everybody, and welcome to Scryervision, Episode 5. I'm Ryan Johnson, your Dungeon Master, and with me tonight, as always, are...
Hi, I'm Melissa, and I'm playing Wendell Jamjar, Knowledge Domain Halfling Cleric.
I'm Dev, and I'm playing 13. He's a fighter, by the way, a half-orc. 13 is all you need to know.
It's just 13.
13 what?
13 what? Hello everyone, I'm Jay. I am playing Moto the Renegade, our friendly, hungry, lizard folk ranger monster slayer.
I'm Jeff. I'm playing Dicerius Ironhide, our big honkin' shifter beast-hide barbarian.
All right, and I'm Dempsey. I'll be playing Winry Cogwell, a halfling artificer and trading card trader and exchanger extraordinaire.
All right.
An all-around pleasant fellow.
Yes.
Pretty much. All right, well, welcome everybody. We are going to be jumping right into it tonight as the green team has traveled to a land far, far, far away from their home. They're about 2,000 miles west of where they come from, in a town that has never heard of the Magisterium, and who is having a little bit of trouble as children have been going missing, and now another one has turned up and murdered one of their parents, as, you know, you do. The heroes know that they have to help this town and have been investigating, and the trail led them to this cabin in the woods. The woods kind of giving off this weird fog as all the trees are sort of this brownish rot color. They had a brief conversation with the woman who lives in the cabin here, named Beatrice, before 13 decided he needed to get into that cabin real bad. Kicked down the door, and she turned into an Annis Hag. So, we'll be picking up right off with everybody rolling initiative.
Thought we were going to get a chance to talk our way out of this. You promised.
I promise many things.
Moto, it seems that we're at odds here. What's your score?
Also, disclaimer, children, if you are watching this, do not murder your parents.
Yeah.
Disclaimer, this may be for mature audiences.
I did on the live tweet. I did put that we're a D&D Twitch stream because I put missing and murdering children in there. So, Moto, what is your dex score?
8. I got 18, so I got +4.
Oh, I also have an 18.
Ooh.
We're gonna have a tiebreaker here, buddy.
Well, you two, when we get to the 19, can decide who goes first and second. That is completely fine.
I think a tiebreaker would be a lot more fun.
I think a tiebreaker would be a lot more fun.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. D20?
Roll.
Is the D20 okay?
I'm
Yeah.
okay with
First
it.
one to recite Shakespeare's Fourth Sonnet fully. Go.
Oh, man. All right, here's my roll.
You forgot to put the slash,
Oh,
my
yeah.
friend. I got a 7. Beat
I
that.
mean, technically that's a 0 then, right?
17. He goes
All right,
first.
so Moto will go first. So the order for initiative is Dicerius Ironhide, Moto the Renegade, Winry Cogwell, Wendell Jamjar, Subject 13, and Beatrice.
Way to go and blow
she's
my natural
slow.
20.
No
All
more
right,
for the rest of the
so,
night.
Dicerius, you're up first. Moto, you're on deck. What would you like to do, Jeff?
I'm gonna apparently try and log back into Roll20 because it apparently disappeared on me.
We had half an hour, people.
Watching horror as Dicerius sort of fades away for a second.
Anytime now.
And
Well, I'm gonna shift.
okay.
So can I just roll real dice?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, I'm gonna grab real dice. Oh, hey, am I back? No, not yet. Launch game. Technology. All right, so it's trying. All right, so the D6 is I'll do 5 plus my con mod plus my level. So 5 plus 5 is 10 plus, what are we, 4th? So
Yep.
9.
Okay.
So 19 extra points of hit points.
So your tank does his shifting thing with the bony plates and protrusions sort of jutting out from his skin. This becomes this armored, hulking, Goliath-like creature. Well, not Goliath-like, Juggernaut-ish like creature.
I'm already
much
Goliath-like.
smarter. And yeah, you get a crap ton of hit points.
So I get 19 more hit points
And
to
then
my
what-
max, and I'm going to run up and...
Okay.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, you have a Beatrice 10 feet in front of you.
Yeah. Had I a screen that I could move things on, I would move up to Beatrice and hit her.
There we go. I have moved you.
Thank you. And then I would hit her twice, recklessly attacking.
All right, reckless attack. So give yourself advantage. And I'm going to mark that you've done this recklessly.
But my screen is still loading, so I'm going to have to dig out dice.
Okay.
I got excited. I thought I was the DM, and I was like, "Yes, I get to attack Dicerius with advantage."
All right, so 10 on the die. Plus 6 for a 16. I don't think I have any other bonuses to my attack at this particular moment.
Okay, the 16 unfortunately misses as Beatrice kind of is there right in the path.
Well, that's just one roll.
Yep. And then kind of just sidesteps it. She's very quick for something so large.
Well, it's recklessly attacking, so isn't that 1 and then you take the better of the 2? Isn't it advantage?
It's advantage. So you roll 2d20s and take the higher number.
Right. So the second one, I rolled an 18.
Okay, so 18 plus your modifiers, that's
Up 6. Yeah.
All right.
So I had only rolled 1 when I announced that.
Got it. So you did hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Woo! Smackety smack. D12. Right, this thing that I never use. Only a total of 7 points of damage.
Okay. So the axe swings. She goes to sidestep it, and it just embeds right in her center mass. This black echoric goop starts to sort of pool out of her, and she just leans in close and smiles at you.
I smile back.
Moto, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
First, he's going to yell because last session, he studied our subject and learned some resistances, which was cold and non-magic. So the first thing he's yelling out is, "Need magic, no cold!" At which point, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast a Hunter's Mark on her.
Okay, you already had her Slayer's Parade, so now we're adding a Hunter.
I did have her Slayer's Parade.
Mhm.
Okay, yes, I forgot about that. So then, yes, I will Hunter's Mark her.
Okay.
And I will shoot once because Hunter's Mark is a bonus action and I only get one shot this round.
Okay.
And just for clarification, my Slayer's only works on the first shot. Hunter's Mark works on both shots. So next round I'll be able to affect both of them.
Okay.
So first shot is...
An 11 there?
it appears to be an 11 total,
11.
which
Okay.
is going to be a miss.
Bolt just kind of fires out and plinks off of one of the standing stones nearby.
All right, and then I'm going to actually move right here to get into cover a little bit better. Better shot from that.
Okay.
And
And then we are going to move on to Wenry. Wendell, you're on deck.
Hi. Yeah, I want to move right over here. And I want to Thorn Whip her.
Okay. So that is dexterity save, right?
Mm-hmm. No, it's an attack.
Attack. Okay.
Yeah. 24 to hit.
That'll Thorn Whipper. You take the barbed wire out of the gauntlet. You kind of lasso it around your head real quick and then whip it out. It wraps around one of her arms.
6 piercing.
Okay.
And I believe she is a large creature, so she gets pulled up to 10 feet towards me. So I want to pull her up against the rock.
Boom. She's up against the rock. Actually, I'm going to give her an extra point of bashing damage as you smashed her into it.
Okay. And then I want to move right here. And then have Bastion attack her with my bonus action. Actually, what actions can he do? Because he can do basic actions as well that I don't remember. Anyway, I'm going to have him move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side of her. And then attack her.
He's coming around.
Yep.
All right. So go ahead and roll your attack.
16 to hit.
A 16 actually misses.
Okay.
She's freed herself from the barbed wire, and she spotted Bastion sort of coming around the other side of the stone. And as he goes to hit, she reaches out, quickly reacting and sort of grabbing onto his fist and just pushing it away.
How tall is that rock?
It's about 10 feet.
Okay. When Wenry says to Dicerius, keep her right there.
Okay.
Then we move on to Wendla with subject 13 on deck.
Okay, I am going to move over there-ish. Wing out a book at her as a bonus action. As it flies toward it, expands into a spiritual weapon.
All right. Are you bringing your own token out, or would you like me to move it onto the board?
Let's see if it will let me. I think it will. There we go. Perfect.
All right.
I'm gonna set it right there.
On Bastion.
Yes. Right there. So that's a bonus action, 2nd level. And then it's going to try to just close on her head. That is a 17 to hit.
Just hits.
Yes. That's 9 force damage.
Dang. So the book smashes into her, closing rather hard. You see her kind of wobbling a little bit from the impact.
Cool. And I say, I feel like that worked. How about this? And I'll slam my mace and shield together as my action for Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead.
That is a wisdom save.
A wisdom save. All right.
Spiritual weapon Toll the Dead combo is so good.
Unfortunately,
I'm liking it.
For her, she only rolled a 7, which I believe your spell save DC is higher
15,
than
yes.
So
It's so smart too, because you.
So that's 4 necrotic damage.
Okay. You are plinking away at her here.
Yes.
Because you do the spiritual weapon first to deal the damage, and if they get hit by the damage from the spiritual weapon, then you do the Toll the Dead, and it's like, ah!
Yes. You are not wrong.
Anything else from Wendla?
She is going to be taking copious notes on damage that happens. And that is my turn.
All right. Subject 13, you're up with Beatrice on deck.
I move up to the Annis Hag, and I make my Echo awesome move simultaneously. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use my bonus action to summon my Echo Blade. And so a dark blade of echoey shadow energy appears in my hand. And Ryan, remind me, does this count as a magical weapon?
It does.
So that's perfect. So my Echo pretty much does the same thing. And I'm going to take a slash with my echoey longsword at advantage because Wenry is on the other side.
Yep. You are
flanking. Natural 20. Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
So that is 12 plus crit damage of 3. So 15.
15.
And my
slash into her. She is looking really bad as this giant glob of black substance just plops out of her.
And I'm gonna say, you can always give up if you choose to. And then my Echo's gonna take a slash.
Okay. Unleash Incarnation.
Unleashing Incarnation. Oh, critical miss.
Ooh. So that one is not nearly as successful. We we are just going to say that for that one, it was just a miss. He didn't hit an ally. It just whiffed.
Just right over Bastion's head.
Yes.
And that is it for my action economy.
All right. Beatrice is going to disengage and jump up to the top of the standing.
I don't think so. Because I have Sentinel.
Okay.
So with my Sentinel, I am able to take an attack of opportunity even if they disengage.
Yes, you are. And if you hit with this attack of opportunity, they don't move.
And I still have advantage because of Wenry. And I missed.
He jumps up on top of the stone.
It was supposed to be cool.
Hey, I'm gonna use a red chip, so he can re-roll that.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, really?
Yeah, totally.
All right, go ahead. Table.
And one more. Oh my God, it's the same thing.
What was the result?
It was the first one was 13 and 12. And then the next two were 13 and 12.
Thank you for the red chip.
It's rigged.
I tried.
I appreciate it.
And you watch as all of the stones in the circle begin to glow with this faint black energy. And you watch as the wounds that you've inflicted on her begin to stitch back together.
Gross.
Don't like that.
Does that mean that you're giving in?
She reaches into a little satchel on her side and pulls out a little stone, and just grinning at you, looking down and looking right at Bastion, she throws the stone right here, and a giant clap of thunder echoes out from that spot. So everybody within 10 feet of this space needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
So everybody but Moto.
I don't.
And Wendola.
And Wendola.
And Dicerius.
Yeah, you
10
were
feet.
just outside the range.
Okay. Con save. I'm good at those. That's for Wenry. I lied. I'm not good. And that's for Bastion.
Okay.
Ooh.
13, got a 13, and then my Echo
It'll be a 12.
got an 11.
11. Oh,
Close.
So,
I feel like 9 might not be good for Wenry.
Okay. 13's Echo,
Poof.
Bastion, Wenry each take 12 points of thunder damage and are pushed 10 feet back. 13, you take 6 points and are not moved.
Duh.
And that is going to end Beatrice's turn as she is elevated up 10 feet in the air and is already reaching in her satchel for something else.
Oh, is she hovering or is she on the stone?
She's on the stone.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Can you move them the 10 feet? Wrong.
There we go.
I was here.
Oh, you were there. Okay. Yeah, you were not affected. That's
I
right.
was not.
Okay.
She is up.
So we're on to Dicerius.
All right. Rage. Anger. He reaches in and he thinks about seeing the master. And he digs deep. Then runs to here. And reckless attack.
All right, you are tall enough that you can just kind of strike at her legs with your axe.
21.
That'll hit.
Yeah. For 9 points of 10, 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage.
Because I don't have the rage in this. So 11 points of damage, and target must make a strength save for thunderous blows.
That'll be a 13.
Oh, strength saving throw DC 8 plus your proficiency bonus, which is 2,
So
plus your strength modifier, which is 4.
So 14 then.
Okay.
Which 13 does not beat a 14.
Haha, she moves 5 feet. I get to push her 5 feet. So I knock her off.
Oof.
Nice.
She falls to the ground. One of her feet is still up here. She just lost a foot.
And then I finish my movement, ending next to her.
Okay.
Hey, go, Henry.
All right, then we're on to... Actually, as she falls, that hand comes out of the satchel. She's going to use a lair action on the 20. And she brings a whistle up to her lips. And from the ground, prone, she blows into it, but you don't hear anything.
I don't like that.
All right, we're going to roll a quick dice roll here. Don't worry about it. Of course, it's a 9. All right. Moto, you're up.
All right, so we're going to move there so I can get a good shot at her.
Mhm.
And I am going to take 2 shots with the crossbow. One being the second one being with bonus action.
Okay.
So here's the first shot. What?
Is that a...
I think I have a red chip. Yes, I have a red chip.
By all means.
I'm going to reuse that red chip. I don't know how to do this. I did it wrong.
You click on the card, or you just kind of click and drag. There we go.
There we go.
I'll
So
take that.
yeah, that's just wrong. So all right, here we go. Here, re-roll. 25.
That will hit.
All right, so this is going to be an additional 2d6 on this damage. So it's
Yep.
9 damage plus 6. So it's 15 points of damage on the first shot.
Okay.
Second shot with a bonus is a 26.
Also hits.
And it's going to be 6 points of damage with an additional 5 points. So it'll be 11 points of damage on the second shot.
Okay. Again, she's looking pretty rough. She's large enough, I'm not going to impose the disadvantage from her being prone here.
Okay. Thank you. You're a wonderful GM.
Mainly because I'm prone.
And that ends Moto's turn.
Wenry, you're up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I want to move over here by her.
Okay. You're flanking with 13.
Yep. And then I want to Thorn Whip. He's gonna say, "Moto, watch out!" And he's going to Thorn Whip the rock and pull the rock down on the Annis Hag.
Nice.
Interesting. Give me... it's not a moving object, so you don't have to make the attack roll to see if you can get the barbed wire around the rock, but give me a strength test to see if you're able to pull it.
Okay.
Because this is a massive megalith of a stone.
Yeah, of course. I succeed.
Hey! I forgot you had that. Yeah.
That means the hag now can use it.
Has an auto success, yes.
So the what just happened for those watching at home, with the inspiration system, there is one card in the deck that is a green card. And if you have that, it counts as an automatic success with the best possible outcome when it's used. So, Wenry, this tiny halfling, shoots barbed wire out from his wrist gauntlet. It wraps itself around the rock, and he just puts everything he's got into pulling it down. The Annis Hag is starting to get up, kind of snarling and growling at those around who are constantly pelting her, and all of a sudden, this massive stone falls on her. We're gonna make that 6d6 damage if you
Can I roll
want
it?
to.
I want to roll it.
Yes. However, because you use the green chip, that's a critical hit, so 12d6 damage, please.
Okay.
Will this kill her? Let's find out.
Yes.
43 damage.
Hag go squish.
So, let's see. It's non-magical damage, so it is halved to 22. Okay. She is under the rock and she is almost dead.
Wenry uses his bonus action to command Bastion to attack her. And he gets advantage because she's prone, right?
Prone, and you're flanking with Dicerius.
Awesome.
So
14.
14. That unfortunately does not hit.
Okay, I'm done.
Really? Huh.
Yep.
It doesn't
We
hit a large
established-
creature?
We established it
it's
was
a rock.
17.
Oh.
AC is 17.
Okay. She is going to, from underneath the rock, this massive, you can kind of see that she's really actually quite muscular and is kind of pushing the rock back up as she grabs something out of her bag. It's going to use a legendary action to quickly shove something in her mouth. She devours something and you can see the wounds kind of starting to heal on her. From this tree over here, a small creature falls to the ground, presumably dead, kind of bird-like, but much bigger than a bird.
I don't like that word presumably.
Yes. Wendela,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
Is she still prone in terms of my spiritual weapon attack for advantage, or?
She is still prone, yes.
Okay. So that's a 22 to hit for 12 damage.
Okay,
Yes.
on a spiritual weapon, which is magical.
Yes.
So she got hit with knowledge.
She did. And I'm gonna be like, do not appreciate. You keep on healing yourself and guiding bolts. Pull out my math book, get the equations, checking out the angles. That's a 21 or 15 radiant damage, and 13 has advantage regardless for the first attack.
How would you like to do this?
Nice. So yeah, the guiding bolt, like, just goes right in between her and the rock, and just like, there's just like a massive radiant energy splash, and it just goes.
Okay. So the guiding bolt blasts outwards, and suddenly the rock just kind of almost goes entirely flat as her arms are out, splayed out to the side.
Can I get her ruby shoes, please?
Unfortunately, one of them was on top of the rock, so you don't know where that one went. But all right. So Wendela, the Annis Hag, is dead. And anything else from you?
Question mark with that?
We're not in combat, are we?
1, 2, 3,
No.
4, 5. I'm gonna
Great.
walk up to her and kind of like kick her a little bit.
You deal 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right, subject 13.
I'll see that she's dead, and I'm gonna cut off her head.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll as you walk around to the head that's still kind of poking out from the top of the rock. Its tongue lolling out. It's got kind of a forked effect to it. You bring the sword up. How'd you do?
I got a 16 with my advantage. I know.
So close. Unfortunately, the rock gets in the way of you hitting the neck. You glance off and miss.
Irritated, I am going to use my bonus action to summon my echo, and then action surge. And then take another attack.
All right.
26.
That will hit. How much damage?
13 to cut off her head.
Okay. Her head is now separated from her body, lying on the ground.
I pick it up and toss it to Wendela.
Okay. Wendela, do you catch it?
Yes.
So you now have the hag's head
I'll be like,
in your hands. It is, comparatively to you, it's about the size of a watermelon. In the arms of the equivalent of a small child.
this is okay.
The eyes are rolled back. You can see white. And then, anything else from 13?
Nope.
From nearby trees, 3 more of those bird creatures perch on top of the rocks. And you actually notice that the rocks are still glowing with that black eldritch energy. The body begins to twitch. Wendela, in your arms, the eyes roll back and focus on you. She says, naughty, naughty.
Oh no.
What did you do, 13?
I thought that would end her. I gotta say, I've never seen anything get his head cut off and still be able to talk to you. Now let's not get ahead of ourselves. Hey, that was very funny. Good job, 13.
So green is going to attack Wendela, purple is going to attack 13, and orange is going to attack Modo. So against Modo, 14.
Misses.
Against 13, they swoop down, 22.
That will hit.
All right. This creature has the head of a humanoid child.
Oh no.
Malformed and twisted. Its skin kind of blackened as if it's been charred. It has bird-like wings, large bird-like wings, instead of arms, and talons where its feet should be. It's almost harpy-like, but you've seen harpies. This isn't a harpy. It's some sort of twisted, malformed creature that perhaps the hag created. So you take 10 points of slashing damage as the talons rake across your face. And then Wendela, it is not trying to attack you. It's going for the head. So we're going to make a contested athletics test to see who gets to hold on to it.
Probably not me. I got a 12.
Okay. So the creature swoops in, grabs the head by the hair, and lifts it up. You get an attack of opportunity as it attempts to move away from you.
Do I get an attack of opportunity too?
You were within threat range, so yes.
Let me go into my actual stuff that I can attack of opportunity with. I think I'm just going to try to punch it because I don't think I have my mace in my hand at this moment because I was holding on to the head.
Oh, I suppose you might have actually dropped the mace when the head was thrown at you.
I don't know that I've maybe either dropped it or had it in my...
We can say you were still holding on to it. You can hold the giant head in your arms without...
Well, in any case, 23 to punch it in the face.
Okay, that hits.
18 with my mace.
18 also will hit. So how much damage are we talking?
I did 3 whole damage.
I did
I'm super strong.
Damage. 13, and I don't know the element yet. The first element on my wheel. I don't remember what that is.
So number 1 you said?
Yep.
Fire. Okay.
What are the other ones? Just really fast.
Number 2 is lightning. Number 3 is thunder. Number 4 is force. Number 5 is acid. Number 6 is cold. And this creature just took a total, if I'm not mistaken, of 13...
Plus my 3 is
16.
16 damage. Okay, thank you. So, you did it a lot of damage. It's going to make a dexterity saving throw, and it drops the head. It did not intend to do that. The head is on the ground right there. Beatrice's body begins to move.
Is it still under the rock?
Yes, it is trying to get out from under the rock, though. And you are all surrounding it, so it is going to have to attack one of you to try to make way, as it were. Since the head is over here, it is going to attack 13's Echo. And it is going to go ahead and claw at it twice. 25 and 20.
That'll hit.
All right. So the echo is gone. She will use her movement, half of it to get up, sending the rock straight up and then falling back. The body begins to limp out. She could not disengage. So everybody gets an attack of opportunity who has a reaction.
Die! Die! Die!
So
Just the first one for me. 14.
19.
a 19, and Jeff, you got a
14.
14. So she doesn't get to move. The 14 does not hit. Dev,
Okay.
how much damage did you do?
13.
With the Echo Blade being magical, the body collapses and the cackling stops from where the head is. Dicerius, it's your turn.
Hey, 13, I think we found the kids.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, should we try and capture them, or are we trying to kill them?
We should capture them to the best of our ability. Everyone, non-lethal attacks.
5, 10, 15, 20. All right, I move to there and I attack non-lethally.
How does one attack non-lethally with a great axe?
Instead of the sharp part, you hit him with the big, broad, flat part.
You're essentially using it as a gigantic metal fly swatter, and I love it.
Yes! I love that image.
However, I missed. Pathetically.
Okay. Well, yeah, you don't hit. It just kind of whiffs through the air as you're not used to using your axe like this.
Get back here, bird kid.
Okay.
What do you think you're doing?
I didn't mean to do that.
You have now what we're going to call Bird Kid on you. What would you like to do?
So, this is kind of... So, last round, Moto's chamber went and ran out of crossbow bolts. So, he's got to reload. But, as a bonus action, since the Beatrice is dead, I'm going to move Hunter's Mark over to the little kid that's in front of me. I'm going... Oh, wait a minute. Did we establish is it an action or a full action to change out the cylinder?
It's an action to change the cylinder.
All right, so I'll take an action to change the cylinder out.
Okay.
And then just I'm just gonna wait for this thing to attack me, and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
That's pretty much all I can do right now, unfortunately.
Wenry, what would you like to do?
Hey, where's her bag?
It is still on her body. It's a satchel made of what looks like just burlap, and pretty ratty worn burlap at that.
Okay. I want her bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are you going to cut it off her?
Yes.
All right. So you pull out a dagger. Do you jump on top of the body?
Why not?
Okay. So Wenry jumps on top of Beatrice's body, cuts the burlap. You now have a bag that it's almost like you could do a sack race in this thing, given your size.
Yeah. Wenry then tells Bastion to pick up the head and run.
Okay. So Bastion moves up, takes some movement to grab onto the head, and we're going to go ahead and use... You know what? There we go. That signifies that you have the head.
Sweet.
Which way are you going?
20, 30, 40. And then I think that's all he can do.
So, is that it for Wenry then? Wendela.
So there's not actually a lot I can do non-lethally because you can't do spells non-lethally. I'm fairly certain.
That is correct.
With all my adventuring gear, do you suppose I have a net?
A butterfly net.
Roll me a d20. You absolutely have a butterfly net, but roll me a d20 to see if you have like a fishing net of some sort.
17.
Yeah, you have a fishing net. You're able to quickly drop your pack, rummage through it, pull it out. It's still in its paper-wrapped packaging.
I'm going to like punch through the net part so it's open, and then try to scoop green.
Okay, so you move up to green, and you are going to try to capture it in the net. Go ahead and give me a dexterity. Are you proficient in nets?
I am proficient in simple weapons.
Which I do not believe net counts as a simple weapon.
Is it exotic?
There is no exotic in 5th edition.
There's either simple or melee. Martial, yeah, that's what I meant.
Proficiencies, items, net. Martial.
So no, I am not proficient.
You're not getting proficiency, but you do have a dexterity bonus on this. So go ahead and make your
roll a straight dex check.
Yep, let's see what happens.
Oh, 16.
A 16, actually, you managed to get the net around the head of the thing. It's trying to like flap away, and it's crying out. Actually, more of a screaming, and it sounds very much like a human child screaming at you.
Don't like it.
Okay, anything else from Wendola?
I'm trying to pull it to the ground because I assume it was up a little bit.
Yeah, you have it captured in the net, and you're able to force it onto the ground.
That is my turn.
Then Subject 13.
I have this one on me, don't I?
Yes, you do.
I'm going to try and hit it with the blunt side of my longsword to just try and knock it out.
So you are currently using the Echo Blade. So, yeah, it's got a blunt side. Why not?
First, I'll bonus action summon my Echo, and then, bam, let's hit it. 24 for 14 bludgeoning damage.
All right. You whack the creature, and it's still flying, and now has this sort of strange black gash across its face and chest. But it is still flying, and looks a little angrier now.
Unleash Incarnation to do the same thing.
Okay.
Oh, that's only an 11.
That unfortunately just misses.
Oh, I'm not level 5 yet. Let's be level 5 after this so I can get an extra attack. I'm done with my turn. So the homunculi get to go. The one is going to try to talon attack Moto. Will a 16 hit Moto?
No, a 16 does not hit Moto with that wonderful 17 armor class.
Okay. You know what? I got it. I might as well use it. We're going to go ahead and use a red chip on that one.
Oh.
Gasp.
So, re-rolling. 22.
Sure. I guess. If you must.
You're welcome.
You take 10 points of slashing damage.
Ouch.
The one on 13 is going to attempt to revenge itself upon him and is going to roll an 18.
That's my armor class.
It hits for 9 points of slashing damage.
I'm bloodied.
The one that Wendola has down is going to attempt to extract itself with... we're going to do opposed athletics rolls here.
Stay serious, I need help.
It got a natural 20.
Oh, no.
Fantastic. That's a 13.
So it not only freed itself from the net, it actually brought one of the talons up around and shredded the net.
That was brand new.
It is going to, that was its action. It is going to flap back up in the air and prepare to retaliate. Beatrice's turn. The rocks are still glowing with that black energy. So she is back alive again. You can hear the cackling from over where Bastion is. And the body is going to try to reach into the bag, realizing that it's not there. It is kind of searching around. And
The body's alive?
Yes.
Oh.
Alive again. It is going to randomly strike out with a claw attack. The only things at range right now are Wenry and 13. So we're going to roll a d3. A 1 means Nobody gets hit. A 2 is Wenry, a 3 is 13. Not necessarily to hit. So Wenry is lucky. Will a 16 hit Wenry?
Yes, but I have second chance, so you have to reroll that.
Okay, sounds good. 23.
Yeah.
And I get to make a reaction
Do you?
because of Sentinel. When you attack a creature or when a monster attacks a creature and that monster is with an ally and that monster is within my 5 feet of range, I get to use my Sentinel to make a reaction attack.
Go ahead and make your attack. Wenry still gets hit.
Oh, it doesn't hit. 13.
Okay, so yeah, unfortunately, as it's wildly flailing around, Wenry, because it is a blind hit, she is not going to get the strength modifier added onto this. You only take 5 points of slashing damage as the claws just randomly rake against you. But she is upright, and we are going to go ahead and move back to Dicerius.
I'm going to attempt to whack this bird kid.
Okay, fly swatter again.
Hey, you bird chicken kid, come here. Does a 16? No, sorry. Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does hit, yes.
Cool. For 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
No, 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
You smack the kid. The face, that charred black human face, flattens as you
no.
the flat of the thing against it. The voice is now coming out distorted with this sort of gurgling, warbling sound.
I didn't mean to hit it that hard. Just trying to knock him out.
Flapping.
What?
It is still up.
It's still up? Ugh.
Anything else from Dicerius?
No.
Moto.
So
What would you like to do?
Moto's doing the trick. I just loaded, sitting there, and just kind of like 2 shots in melee just from the bottom, just shooting right up at top to try to get this thing. So the first shot, and then a bonus action for the second shot. So first shot is an 11.
Unfortunately, flies right by the creature's head.
I can't believe this dice roll. And the second shot is a 26.
That hits.
All right, so that is going to be 12 points. Yeah, 12 points of damage plus 5 points, so 17 points of damage.
Okay. So that one, it actually goes through and through on the chest. You can see a hole straight through where the heart should be.
Are these monstrous creatures?
They're, you know what? They're arcane. No, they're not. They are not monstrosities.
Monstrosities, okay. All right, so the last thing Moto says, knowing that the glow of the rocks in the area, trying to deduce that that might be a source, so he's kind of yelling out to everyone, "Somebody destroy the rocks! Smash the rock!" in a very bad Moto voice. I lost Moto's accent, his voice. Uh-oh. I changed on it. Oh, anyway, so basically he's like smashing, he tells everyone to smash the rocks, stop the magic.
Okay.
And that's all.
Wenry, you're up.
Yeah. I want to reach into the bag.
Okay. You reach into it, and do you look as you reach?
Yes.
Okay, so you kind of open it up. There are a number of stones and objects in here. You can see 3 things that actually look like they're pulsing and have this sort of blackish reddish hue to them, almost a little bit slimy. You see another 3 thunderstones that you're able to quickly identify as an artificer. And then a set of stones, one bright, kind of almost an orange ruby gemstone, and the other more like a brownish gem.
Okay.
And that is what's in the bag.
Sweet. I want to take the Thunderstone, and I am going to throw it right here.
That will hit you as well.
I know.
Okay. Just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a disadvantage con save, if I'm not mistaken. So disadvantage con save. Oof, this ain't gonna be good. 15, which, given its spell level, does not save.
Okay, cool. I have to make one as well. 8. But also, as I take the damage, I cast Absorb Elements.
Okay. 3d8 thunder damage.
Okay. I get to roll that.
Mm-hmm. You threw the
14.
So the body goes limp once again and is catapulted over to the well.
Jesus.
Just falls against the rock of the well with a sickening thud. You're pretty sure it's at negative hit points.
Sweet. Wenry also goes flying back, I guess. But he, being halfling and being stout, he gets back up. He uses the rest of his movement to come over here to this rock.
Okay.
My internet is dying.
Uh-oh.
I hate this small town. Detroit, I had no problems.
That's my turn.
Bastion?
Hold on. Yeah, so Bastion is going to continue running.
All right.
6, 7, 8. Also, Wenry, his wheel of chaos, it's spinning now, but it's spinning with the thunder rune is glowing.
Okay. So you're trying to intentionally channel thunder.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I have the absorb elements. So
there you go. Oh. Okay. I see where you're going with this.
And I'm done.
Okay, Wendela, you are up. Subject 13's on deck.
And say, anything fun in that bag, Wenry? And then I'm going to disengage and run here and see what I can see in the house. And as a bonus action, 20 feet movement on my book, and my book is going to try to bite the dead thing.
Don't need to make an attack roll. The book just sinks its... Does it have teeth?
Yeah, it's like a Care of Magical Creatures book.
Okay, so the teeth from the book just kind of chomp and rend the corpse flesh. So only person who's actually seen into the house so far is 13. So Wendell, you get up there, there's a table of chairs with a couple of scrolls on it, there's a bed, a stove, a cauldron, a couple of large stacks, a bookcase that does have some books on it, and then 3 windows.
Nothing seeming out of the ordinary?
If you didn't know this hut belonged to a hag, yeah, no, it seems all pretty on the level for a yurt in the middle of a rotting woods.
Cool.
As on the level as that could be.
So the hag took 12 points of damage too, by the way, from the book.
She's at
negative whatever. I'm trying to make her dead because she keeps on coming alive. Not cool. And that's my turn.
You are desecrating the corpse, yes. So then we're on to subject 13.
I'm gonna send my echo. We only have the 2 left, right? 3.
There are still 3 bird children.
Where's the other one? Oh, there's one on me. Oh my gosh.
Yes,
I'm gonna send my
there's the
echo
one
5.
immediately in front of you. Maybe that talon actually went across your eye or something there. You're having a hard time seeing.
Gonna send my echo next to Moto.
Okay.
And I'm going to make an attack against this flying annoyance. And it will be non-lethal. 17. 15 bludgeoning.
Okay. You whap it again, and the creature is starting to do that gurgling scream thing that the green one is giving off.
As a bonus action, I'm going to use Second Wind
Okay, heal yourself a little bit there.
for 10 hit points, because I was hurting. And that's my turn.
Okay, you shake it off. And we now go live to the homunculus children, as one is going to attack Dicerius, one is going to attack Subject 13, and one is going to attack Modo. I do believe you can use your reaction through your echo, can you not? Dev?
What was that?
You can use your reaction through your echo, right?
Yep, that is correct. So when it goes to make an attack at Modo, I'm going to use my Sentinel to make an attack through my echo.
Okay, so its attack on Modo is only on 11. So it did attack him, so you do get to make your Sentinel attack.
22 for 9 bludgeoning.
All right. We are going to do a scratch attack on Subject 13. Natural 20. So your attention being drawn away momentarily as you had your echo strike at the thing, it took that briefest of seconds to just rake its talons across your chest and neck for 13, rather appropriately, points of slashing.
Good thing I healed.
That could have been much worse. And then against Dicerius, that is going to be a 19.
Yes, that will hit.
All right. So Dicerius, you take also 13 points of slashing damage.
Since I'm raging, is that reduced?
Yes, it's normal attack, so you only take 7 points of slashing damage.
All right, and it takes half of that back.
All right. So it takes 4 points of slashing damage as it splashes across the bony plates covering your chest now, leaving these kind of grooves in the bone. And all of a sudden, its own chest has the same markings on it. On Beatrice's turn, with the negative damage, the corpse starts to stitch itself back together and rises back up. You can hear from the far side of the cabin, "Let me go, you tin monster." It is going to once again try to wildly flail about. So let's see if she actually...
Looks like there's a homunculus in the way right now.
And see if she hits. She does not. She actually... I gotta do it. She falls down the well.
I was gonna say next turn I was gonna throw her down the well. I love it.
Hey Ryan, you did want to roll a D2, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, just double checking.
Yeah. Yeah, she fell down the well, just tripped, and you hear about 10 seconds and then splash. So
It's a deep well.
That's a deep well.
Well,
That feels like lethal damage to me.
you can still hear her head screeching from the other side of the clearing. Dicerius.
I want to drop my axe and try and grapple the bird kid.
All right, so you, frustrated, axe embeds in the soft earth. You wrap your arms around it. Go ahead and give me an athletics test.
Athletics.
I have a feeling you're going to beat it 7.
Consider. Really? It only has a 7?
It only rolled a 7.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, my score without the die is a 6.
So unless you roll a natural 1, you're going to.
So I rolled a 13 on the die.
So you just.
Or 13 total.
Arms around it. It's kind of like trying to struggle and letting out this sort of half squawk, half scream. But yeah, no, you've grappled it.
Wendela, bring your net over and tie this thing up.
The net, I did not actually take the net. It's still like bent up
The
and probably like, it's there.
Are lying right here.
Can somebody fix this net so we can tie this bird up?
I suppose I could have meant it. Oh well, I'll do that
And
later.
then I run over with the thing, and I run over up to Wendola.
Did you bring the net?
Am I able to grab the net, Ryan?
Not if you're grappling this thing.
Okay. Can I just with my leg, hook my foot through it as I come over and drag the net?
You know what? Given how short a distance you just moved, yeah, you're kind of limping along with this thing around your ankle, but you get up the steps with a broken fishing net around your foot and a bird child in your arms.
Brilliant.
Moto, what would you like to do?
So here's a question. If I take move 5 to this location right here, is there any attacks or anything like that?
No,
Okay.
because
So
you're still within attack range of it.
I move over there and I basically line up and I'm going to take 2 shots and pin it to that
Large barrel there.
that large barrel, just 2 shoulder shots.
Okay,
So the first shot, the 15,
that will hit.
and the second shot is a 26.
Those will both hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
So the first one is 13 points of damage with Hunter's Mark. And the
Okay.
second one is 12 points of damage with Hunter's Mark.
And we are going to say that it is now pinned to the
Alright.
barrel, which this foul-smelling red liquid starts to pour out onto the ground.
Oh, I move away from that. And I move over. By the way, was this rock here glowing?
Yes.
So I move over to this location here with the rest of my movement. Yeah. So, and then maybe do something next round.
Okay.
So that's kind of all I've got at this point.
All right. Wenry,
Yeah.
what would you like to do on your turn?
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
If I'm using absorb elements with the Wheel of Chaos, does it increase the absorb element damage, or do I get a combined damage?
Rule of cool, combine the damage.
All right, cool. So Wenry says, "Okay, let's see if this works." And he brings his mace back like a bat, and he swings it right into the face of the rock.
Go ahead and make the attack roll.
Mhm.
This thing has a very low armor class because it is a giant
21.
megalith. Oh, well, how'd you do?
I got a 21.
21. Yeah, absolutely. You hit. So yeah, you unleash a bunch of thunder damage with this too. Then.
All right. So this is going to be to identify the Wheel of Chaos element that we're going to use. That's what this D6 is for.
Okay.
So 4.
Force
which is
damage.
Force damage.
Seems appropriate here.
So let's see here. Wheel of Chaos damage is 8. So 2 force damage, 6 bludgeoning, and then the absorb elements is another 2 thunder.
Okay. So total of 10.
10.
So you smash the mace into the rock and a large crack forms where you hit. It begins to actually kind of spider web out. As you can see, the runes, not the runes, the eldritch energy that's wrapped around the rock start to kind of flicker, and the rock itself starts to kind of vibrate. Inside the rock, in that opening that you've created, you see what looks to be flesh.
Oh, fun.
Anything else from Wenry?
He shouts, I think her body is the rocks are a part of her body. I don't quite know yet. But Bastion needs to kill her head. And Bastion's going to try and attack her head
Okay.
to squish it. Yeah.
You don't have to make an attack roll. Just roll damage on that one for
Okay.
a slam attack.
6.
Okay, so begins to, like a hydraulic press, just kind of squishing the head. Does he stay put where he is?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Then we're on to Wendola.
I I'm going to start to extricate my net from Dicerius's foot. However, I just looked at mending, and apparently it's a minute cast time and not an action like I was thinking, so I'm not going to mend at this moment.
Oh.
As it turns out.
I also thought it was a...
However, you could just take the broken net and just use the metal loop of the fishing wire to replace Dicerius's arms.
Yep. So I'll do that. And then, I'm assuming that's action. And then I'm just going to take a quick loop around 25 feet worth. See, again, kind of get a closer look and see if she has any, like, I'm looking specifically for notes as to what the heck she's doing.
Okay. Give me a quick perception test to scan the room.
No, I'm not bad at that.
Well, knowledge cleric, I would hope not.
That's a dirty 20.
So these books on the table catch your eye. Do you speak Sylvan?
With her helm, she does.
Yeah, I mean, I speak all the things.
Okay.
Like, normally, no, but yes.
Read all the things, though.
Comprehend language does reading and specifically does written language.
So the 2 volumes on the table, one is in deep speech and one is in Sylvan. And the letters rearrange themselves into something comprehensible and that you can actually read. Sort of Google translates it into common for you. One is titled, the deep speech one is titled Megalithic Magics. And you think that might have something to do with the stone circle. The other is Your Homunculus and You. But that is all you're able to get in 6 seconds.
What?
13. What would you like to do?
This homunculus, I am going to bring my echo back.
Might be able to sort them.
Might be able to kill him.
Sorts them out.
Oh.
You said don't kill them.
I thought she said sword them.
Sort.
Oh, you know what? Man, that critical hit had earlier, I forgot I'm a half-orc and that I have savage attacks. Okay, longsword this guy. Non-lethal. 12, or I rolled an 18 for 12 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. You broke one of its wings. It's now down on the ground.
I am going to then use my Unleash Incarnation to smack it again.
Okay.
It's a critical hit.
All right.
So that will be... I have to roll an extra because of my savage attack.
Okay.
Because it doesn't automatically do that, and I just realized it. Okay, so that is 15 plus 7 critical damage. So that will be 22 bludgeoning damage.
So as it's kind of squawking around on the ground...
I'm going to take the hilt to...
Pommel.
Yeah, pommel.
Pommel strike right on top of the head, and it just goes still, lying on the ground. It is still breathing, and with every exhale, it's actually giving off a soft, childlike scream.
And then...
It seems to be the way it breathes.
I'm going to sit on it.
Okay. It is out of the game. Or at least unconscious for the time being. So that's subject 13. That one's pinned, that one's grappled and in a net. So it's struggling, but it can't escape. That one's unconscious, so the homunculuses are not going to get to do anything this turn. The Eldritch runes continue to glow. From the other side of the cabin, you hear that screeching voice go, "We can negotiate."
Can I yell out the window? I don't think you're in a position to negotiate.
That's all it does. Wenry, that little bit of exposed flesh beneath the rock, you see this bubble start to form, and it starts to pulse before it pops, and now there's an eyeball there.
Oh,
It
great.
kind of darts around and then looks right at you.
Mm-hmm. Henry says, "Oh, you're ugly."
the eyeball narrows. Asarius, you're holding the netted bird child.
It does not need me to grapple it anymore. Is that correct? Because of the thing that's around it?
Currently, yes.
Okay, then I put it on the ground and I tell the echo, "This is for you. Watch this." And I put it on the ground, and then he runs over here, and he's gonna whack the stone.
Okay.
Reckless attack. Is a 16 hit?
A 16 will hit the giant rock, yes.
Awesome, for 9 points of damage.
Okay. I'm going to need both Dysarius and Wenry to give me a Constitution save.
I'm supposed to be good at those, but I'm not.
Oh, 1 on the die. Hey, I've got a blue chip. Can I break that into 2 red chips?
You can, yes.
I would like to do that, please.
Okay. So you can re-roll that.
That's better, a 10.
A 10? Okay. So you're both going to take half damage as the axe hits right where that eyeball was. And that sort of vibration increases and the rock just explodes with a gigantic pulse of force energy. You each take 7 points of force damage and are pushed 5 feet. But the rock is no more. All of the rocks are starting to flicker. And on the 20, they begin to sink back into the earth.
Oh.
You estimate probably one more round and they'll disappear below the soil. Moto, what would you like to do?
So the homunculus is pinned. Is it still alive?
It is still alive. It's kind of thrashing, trying to free itself, but it is very well pinned to that barrel.
Moto shoots him.
Okay.
It just
Non-lethally?
no. He's square in the head because it's done.
Okay.
Moto's thinking hunt. It's putting it out of its misery. So.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
24.
It absolutely hits.
For 12 points of damage.
That one stops moving. It has a bolt sticking squarely through its forehead.
Did Dysarius see it? Did he see that happen?
No, Dysarius would be facing the wrong way.
Okay.
And then you said this. The rocks are starting to go down.
Yes, they are sinking into the earth.
Okay. He just steps back, just to kind of get away from it a little bit. Actually, we'll go. Yeah, we'll go right there. No, there. Yeah, that's Moto's turn.
Okay. Wenry.
Okay, cool. With little regard for his own life, Wenry runs up to this smaller rock over here.
Mm-hmm.
He takes out one of the thunder crystals, and he jams it into the cog at the end of his mace, and makes an attack on the rock.
All right. Go ahead and attack.
No.
That is not one.
Halfling.
Yeah. I'm lucky. I'm lucky.
Go ahead and roll.
Thank God. Thank the Lord. 22.
That will hit.
Woo.
So in addition to whatever damage the thing does, it will also do an additional 3d8 damage, but you'll have to make a constitution save.
Yeah. So here's to a 1 for fire. So 7, 5 bludgeoning, 2 fire, and then 3d8, you said?
3d8 extra thunder damage, yes.
Okay. That's 5. That's not a lot. That sucks.
Could have been better.
That could have been so much better.
Ouch.
And I have to make a save, right?
Yes, Constitution.
19.
Oh yeah, you're fine. You stand your ground. You actually managed to knock the capstone at the very top of this megalith off, and black ichor begins to flow up from it, almost like lava, as it continues to sink.
Yeah. I imagine thunder and fire damage just as like a big explosion.
Oh yeah. Actually, it looked a lot like an explosion. Like you just hit it with a stick of TNT attached to a stick.
Yeah, essentially. And I take 3 or 2?
3. Rounds up.
3? Okay. I'm also going to absorb elements with that.
Okay. And anything from Bastion?
No, he's going to keep squeezing.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage for slam.
Okay. That's a 5.
Okay. You hear her screaming, "No!" Anything else from Wenry?
I'm done.
Wendla.
I am going to take your homunculus and you, quickly flip to the index, which I assume there's an index, and find the reversing section and flip to that and start reading as fast as I
Give me an investigation.
possibly can. Yes.
You're quickly trying to find information in a stressful situation.
Oh, god dang it.
How'd you do?
7.
Is that a crit fail?
No, it's one off of a crit fail, so I can't even re-roll.
So there's an index. However, it is not in any discernible order. It might make sense in Sylvan, but when translated into Common, it's like Y is G by Z, and then followed by Q and the number 3. Who knows?
Ah,
The
okay.
Sylvan stuff. Subject 13.
Yeah, well, I'm sitting on this guy, and so I'm just gonna have my. Is this guy in a net?
The metal ring of the net has been roughly forced around it, so it can't move.
It can't move. I'm gonna try and knock it out
Okay.
with my echo.
You don't even have to roll for it. You're able to quickly pommel strike it, and it goes
Yep.
unconscious.
Pommel strike and knock that little guy unconscious, and then I'll have my echo sit on it.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna say, what do we know? What have we learned? Can we turn them back? And that's it.
Okay. So as we get to the homunculus's turns, they're unconscious or dead, and as we get back up to the top of the round, we'll go ahead and exit combat because the megaliths sink below the earth, and you hear a gurgling sound from the far side of the yurt as Bastion just squishes the head.
Dicerius reaches the one right as it goes into the ground. Oh, dang it!
Winry looks very beat up, and he's got like soot covering his face. And he says, "Sorry, Bastion. Sorry, Dicerius. They're just a little too fast for you."
It's okay. Is he on the ground? Is Wenry on the ground? Like, did he get blown?
No. He stayed up in that explosion like a badass.
All right.
You got dirt on your face.
Yeah, I'll clean it up later.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I'm still more calmly searching through this ridiculously ordered index. What the heck, man? And just trying to find how to fix the situation.
Go ahead and give me a perception test for this one.
13.
13?
Yeah.
Yeah. So with a 13, it takes you about 30 seconds to find this thing. And by the time you do, a large chunk of rotted wood falls from the ceiling and lands right in the open book. You kind of look around, and all of a sudden you're realizing that the iron cauldron and stove are rusting. The blankets on the bed are becoming more moth-ridden, and whatever's in those sacks has rotted, and now swarms of flies are starting to emerge from them. The entirety of the yurt is starting to collapse in on itself, slowly rotting.
I'm going
Very quickly.
to dump whatever was in the book, close, grab the other one, grab any books that I can out of the bookshelf, and run out.
Okay. So you're all watching from the outside of the cabin as this is happening. The only thing that isn't changed is a large pool of red gel-like liquid that is pooled over here from this barrel.
Yeah, Tessarius wanted to know what's in the barrels, because he wants to know if it's something he can drink. Hey, who killed this one? We're supposed to not kill him. We're supposed to keep him alive. He looks at the crossbow bolt, and he looks at Moto.
Moto's just changing out and adding crossbow bolts, and he just kind of looks at him. It moved. It attacked. It needed to be put down.
Moto, if that was a child that we could have saved.
Doesn't think it was going to be able to be saved.
Moto did his best, okay? We all did our best.
All of the homunculi are actually starting to swell as they've gone completely quiet. Well, I guess they're unconscious, they're already quiet. And this sort of hard, scab-like cocoon has formed around them.
I'd get off of it as soon as possible. That's
Okay.
nasty.
Wenry, as you meet up with Bastion, the remnants of the head have rotted away by the time it gets back to you. Except for one thing. In Bastion's palm, there's an iron tooth.
Wenry puts that in his pocket.
Okay.
He's gonna do something with it later. But can I get a list of the stuff that was in the bag again?
There were 3 thunderstones.
There's 2 of those.
Orange gem, a brown gem, and the 3 pulsing fleshy objects have disintegrated.
Okay. 1 thunderstone.
Oh, there's also a whistle.
And a whistle. Sweet. Wenry moves all of those very, very carefully into his bag of holding. And he dumps the burlap sack.
That's probably wise.
He doesn't want
It's
it.
actually starting to decay.
Yep. And then Wenry says, Miss Jamder, is there anything about cocoons in any of those books?
Gwendolyn, you've grabbed just an armful of books off the shelf when you notice that there's a small iron chest sitting there too.
Oh,
You wanna
grab
try to
that.
grab that as well?
Yes.
It's much heavier than it looks. You can either take the books or the chest. You can't take both.
Oh no!
Can she
My
shout for help?
My wagon is right behind me. Can I chuck the books in the wagon and get
It
the
would be
thing?
a near thing for you to get out of the collapsing building, but you could do that, yes. We're going to find out if you make it or not.
Yeah, gonna do that. I want both things.
Okay.
I want the books, man.
All right, so you jam the books that you had into your wagon, kind of just forcing them through the small opening. You grab the chest and you make for the door. And go ahead and give me an athletics test with disadvantage.
Cool. I'm super good at those. That's an 8.
Cool. So just as you're steps away from the door, the entire building collapses on top of Wendola.
Ouch.
And as it does, this plume of dust kind of rises up. And when it clears, Wendell is nowhere to be seen, nor is any remnants of this hut. It looks like just black dirt in a giant circle. The stairs and well are still there, but those are the only 2 things left. The wagon is sitting on the ground, currently kind of pointed at an angle. She is under the dirt.
No!
Asterius jumps up and starts digging.
Yeah, everybody starts digging.
Start digging
a
as well.
combined effort from everybody, you're able to find her tiny hand and kind of get her freed. Wendell, you take, it's going to be 2d10.
I rolled a 25 for athletics to
You
just
take
yank her out of the dirt.
14 points of, I'm just going to call it necrotic damage. As you feel this strange energy sort of sapping your strength back out into the soil, but you are freed from it, along with the chest.
I got it, guys. It's okay. Everything's
Hey, good job.
Everything is fine. Yeah.
Cough up a little dirt.
Let's take these kids back to town now.
Wait, before that, Wendela, what did you find in there?
Oh, I found a whole bunch of books.
Anything to help reverse the process with these kids?
Probably, yes. There was a Your Homunculus and You book.
That sounds appropriate.
Promising, yes. Oh, there's this thing too, and I give him the chest.
So it's a iron chest about 1.5 feet by 1 foot by about 7 inches. It has a lock built into it.
Serious smash.
Well,
Just kidding.
I can open it.
Okay. Well, Wenry can open it.
Okay.
Wendela, flipping through the book again, you see that it's dedicated to the Raven Queen. And you do manage to find the process for reversing it, which is pretty horrifying, as it usually requires blood sacrifices through this methodology. However, as you're sort of trying to figure out, okay, who are we going to sacrifice to save these children, the giant scab on the steps begins to kind of shake, and a child's arm pushes through, almost kind of a la Ghostbusters at the very end. Rick Moranis is kind of covered in goop, crawls out from the inside of the scab, and the other one begins to tremble and does the same.
I help the children out of the cocoons. Are they conscious?
Yes, but they are super duper in shock.
It's okay, children. We will.
I will come up to both of them and do a healing word on both of them. So I'll just roll it once. They'll both get 9 healings, so I'm assuming that puts them back to full.
Oh, for
And then-
commoners, absolutely.
Yeah, and then I'll dig through my wagon and find my. So you've been through a traumatic event, children's book, and start maybe reading to them.
Okay. They just kind of have this vacant expression on their faces. It is a boy and a girl. There was only one missing girl, so you assume that is Anya. But the boy could be Stephen, Kyle, or Peter. You're not sure. And they're not talking.
I'm going to say to the girl, Anya.
She looks up at you vacantly.
Can you help us figure out who the other children are?
Well, the other 2 homunculuses that were killed did not transform into
No!
and she doesn't respond to you and your question.
Oh, let's get them to their parents ASAP. Maybe we can find that druid on the way too, and see if she can help us with healing and other. Let's take the bodies of the children that
I don't
died.
think you want to.
That druid might know some way to resurrect them.
They're dead. It's too late.
There has to be something we can do.
It's too late. You have to let them go, 13.
The parents would want their bodies.
To see their mangled bodies?
13,
no
what
parents.
if we just buried them here? We tell them where they are, and if they want to see, they can come out on their own. But if not, then at least they know that we took care of them.
Unfortunately, I believe 13, right? They have important burial practices. We've been to that before. They want the bodies so they can bury them. Horrified or not, we should just bring them with us.
I'm not even gonna
Can we
argue.
wrap
I'm
them
just
in
gonna.
bed rolls or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab both of them and wrap them up in something and carry them.
Winter's gonna pick the lockbox.
Yes, give me a thieves' tool test.
Yep. I'm proficient in that.
So Winry kind of has been sitting on the steps this whole time and just tink, 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 tink. How'd you do?
Moto's been just
11.
reloading.
Good enough. It's not a very good lock. You pop it. Inside is a book that at first you're not entirely sure it's a book. It actually has like human skin to the cover. And you realize that, nope, it's definitely a book that is stitched together with flesh.
Oh, he's very glad that he's wearing gloves currently.
Do you pick it up?
Yeah.
It is a grimoire. It is the Hag's grimoire.
Okay.
And it is encrypted.
Sweet. Wenry stows that into his bag of holding and thinks to himself a present for Miss Jamjar.
Oh, giving books of flesh to people you enjoy having around.
She would love it.
Yes. Oh, she will. But
You're not wrong.
okay. So you gather up the bodies. The children are just very quiet and have a very haunted expression.
I give them each an apple out of my pouch.
Okay. Oh, also, Desarius, the barrels definitely couldn't drink it. The gel that's left behind pooling there has a very sharp smell to it. Give me a nature test real quick.
Nature, huh? All right. Modifier is -1. 8.
You're not sure what it is, but you know you shouldn't drink it.
Can I do a arcane insight to see if it's magical?
Looking at it, you know it's not magical, it's alchemical,
Oh, okay.
but you can't identify it from that.
Can I try and identify it?
Winry, you just look at it and you're like, oh, that's a giant pool of alchemist fire that we should stay away from.
Wenry wants some of that.
You have some empty vials and stuff. You're able to collect what you think would be 5 usable flasks of alchemist fire.
I was gonna buy some, but then I didn't.
Moto would like one of those.
Wenry hands him one.
All right, cool.
So Wenry will take 4. Wenry also he takes out the block of chocolate that he got earlier that morning at breakfast, and he begins to break it up and give pieces to the children.
They start to just gobble it down. They were very hungry. They didn't even seem to realize how hungry they were.
Mm-hmm.
Did they eat the
chocolate?
apples too?
Just the chocolate areas.
Chunk of chocolate.
Their children.
Keep the Dementors away.
So gathering up yourselves, you note that the fog has kind of lifted and the trees here in the copse are starting to return to a verdant, dark green.
I will pick up the book that was my spiritual weapon and do the tickle on the spine to get it to calm and put it in my awaken.
Okay. So loaded back up with the bodies of the 2 dead children wrapped up, you head back towards Eurydice. Give me a survival test to see how quickly you can make it there. Whoever's leading the way.
That would be Moto, and we actually can't get lost because we're in the forest.
Well, the copse is you know what? Yeah, we said it was Oak Savannah, so you're able to easily navigate that as part of your ranger skills. So it takes about 20 minutes from this place to get back to town, and the town is in a bit of a frenzy. There's a number of people in the streets, and you see Elder Redis kind of trying to calm people down. And when he sees your group coming, he says, they're here. Please, make way. People slowly start to part, and the crowd goes silent as they see the bodies in 13's arms. 2 families rush up quickly and wrap their arms around the semi-catatonic children. There's a number of people who are trying to clap, and others are trying to stop them from doing that. It's a very odd moment. 2 of the children saved, and it appears 2 of them dead. Redis and the sheriff kind of say, all right, come on, go into the jail quickly. You go in?
That seems like a very small place for all of us to meet.
Redis is like, fine, my house then. Come.
Thank you.
Locks the door. So for some of you, this is the first time inside of Redis's house. It's much larger on the inside than the out.
Are the plants alive again, or are they still looking gross and sick?
Plants are actually appear to have completely died, and now new plants are growing in their place.
Wenry enters the house last and holds Wendella back for a second. And as they enter, he points up behind his shoulder for her to look above the doorway at the skull.
Wendella, you see a skull with tiny pinpricks of orange light in its eye sockets staring down at you.
Do I know what that is?
Give me an Arcana test.
Ooh, I'm good at that. That's a 22.
Okay. That's a lich. Straight up, that head is part of a lich.
Henry, why does he have a lich head?
Not here, not now.
As you continue on with the rest of the group into the sitting room, Reese looks very relieved and says, all right, so if I'm not mistaken, you've taken care of the problem.
Yes, we killed a hag who was turning the children into monsters.
You're sure that it's dead?
Well,
its head is dead, but its body might still be running around down the well.
Did you find anything that it left behind when it died? A small metal token, perhaps?
A tooth, and he pulls out the iron tooth.
You see Redis's eyes just go wide and his face pales. Lamai, take the bodies of the two children to the good brother at the temple. He will take care of their funerals and notify their kin. They'll need to know. And the sheriff kind of stops. It doesn't seem like we should be rushing this. You sure you don't need me? That will be quite enough. Go, now. And the sheriff slowly ambles out of the room. Redis sits down and looks like a weight has been lifted off of him. I'm going to say something here now. And hopefully, I don't die from saying it. Beatrice. She's actually dead. You did it. You did what my friends and I couldn't. I can't thank you enough. I am so tired. Can I have the tooth, please?
I have a question for you.
I'm sure you have many.
Yes. So, one, you fought her before?
Many years ago, I was an adventurer, much like yourselves. I believe I said that prior. But, yes, my friends and I, we encountered the Hag, and she proved too powerful. She summoned this massive elemental creature made of magmite. We were no match. Instead of killing us, she placed a gaze upon us that we could not speak of her. And then she's been haunting us and hunting us ever since. My friends picked off one by one by one. I retreated to this pathetic backwater, attempting to get away from her, but she caught up. Well, no matter. She's gone now. Return to the Shadowfell. And you have a tooth. I need that tooth, Mr. Cogwell. Name your price. If I have it in my power to give it, it is yours.
Winry looks at his friends, and he looks at Miss Jamjar specifically.
She is biggest eyes she possibly can, trying to indicate no.
Do you have a key?
Oh, 13. He's gonna give us a key because we took care of the problem? We probably should have told you that.
Yes, that agreement stands. I'm a man of my word.
Yes. Can we have the key?
I will give you the map to the key. Yes.
The map to the key.
Yes, it is buried in a chest not far away.
Well,
Okay.
we will go get the key, and then if the key still is there and not missing, then we'll give you the tooth.
That was not part of the agreement, 13.
Your big friend is right, and it does not work for me. I need the tooth more.
Then you come with us.
Immediately. No, I don't like to travel anymore. I like it here in my home.
Well, what if
13.
it's not there?
13, it's okay. It's
I
okay.
am a man of my word.
Elder Ritas will take the map for the key.
Words can be lies.
He goes over to a small roll-top desk and opens it up, flips through some pages. Ah, there it is. He pulls out a scroll case and hands it over to you.
Okay.
It has a bit of dust on it.
Okay. He hands it over to Moto.
Takes it. Kind of opens it up and
It
looks
is
at it.
a regional map that indicates a bit up into the mountains in this little kind of clearing. There is a buried treasure in this particular spot.
As Moto's looking at the map, Wenry says, so do you want to tell me about the skull that's above your door?
Althazar, yes. That was one of our better adventures. We took his head as a trophy. Turns out he wasn't entirely dead. He's security. Anything comes in here that I don't want in here, he disintegrates.
Right. Can I insight him?
Yes, absolutely. What are you
Please.
trying to discern?
I want to discern if he's hiding more beyond that.
Okay.
No.
What'd you get?
7.
Yeah, no. You think he's actually being pretty on the level. He does seem terribly unconcerned with the children and the town itself, but yeah, he gave you the map.
I don't trust him.
You're pretty sure it's real.
What does the tooth do? How come you want it so much? Could we sell it somewhere?
Fully remove the curse. I have to make a tincture from it and drink it. The gas is lifted, but she left many other arcane scars on me, if you can understand.
I definitely understand that.
Wenry
I trust him now.
takes one last look at Miss Jamjar.
He isn't dead, you know.
Wenry says, I don't think she ever was.
No, she's simply reforming in the Shadowfell. If I take the tooth and make that tincture, it will ensure that she cannot come back to harm me. You, on the other hand, hopefully she will not be able to find you.
Wenry takes the tooth and he holds it out for Eldoritas.
He gets up from his chair and almost glides over to you. You do not want anything for it?
Do you have any magic items?
He kind of like motions around. What do you like?
I need something that will make me more powerful.
You're really stingy, aren't you, 13?
I'm just known for not being easy to talk to.
What is power?
I don't know. I think I've had great conversations with 13. He's very easy to talk to.
Thank you. Anything that increases my ability to harm my enemies.
A weapon.
A weapon, sources of powerful magic.
Can you make my axe better?
For the tooth, I will grant your group one boon.
But we don't want a boon. We want stuff.
Present
A
your
boon is something.
weapons.
Oh, okay.
If you present your weapons, I shall work my magic.
I hold up my longsword.
Yeah. Kind of cracks his knuckles.
Wenry, instead of his Wheel of Chaos, he takes the hammer that it hangs on his belt and he holds that out.
Okay. What does Moto present?
A crossbow.
Okay. So over the next 5 minutes, this apparently very high-level wizard casts a number of spells on your weapons. They all now have a permanent +1 enhancement.
Yeah.
Is that to hit or is that damage?
Plus
Yes.
one is both.
Oh,
Both.
5th edition, you have some cool stuff.
That was a bit tiring, but I think that will do the trick. Mr. Cogwell, you're into the bargain.
I look at
His hand.
him and nod.
He hands it over.
At last. To be rid of you.
If you start evilly laughing, I'm afraid that we're going to have to respond accordingly.
No. I'm not evil. I'm more than a neutral source of chaos in the world.
Wenry asks Wendella for his sending stone back.
Yeah, and she hands it over.
Yeah, and then he gives it to the other half to Eldoritas.
What is this? Well, I know what it is, but why are you giving it to me?
Because I also want to be able to ask you questions. We're gonna be running into things that are gonna be pretty dangerous, and you may have seen them before, or you may have advice.
I think I may be able to help you, yes.
So if I contact you, just please answer if you can.
I will do my best.
Thank you.
He takes the tooth. Now, if you please leave, I will tell Arthazar not to vaporize you as you come within range. But I do have a fair bit of alchemical work to do now on this. And you probably all need to go dig up that treasure.
One more thing.
Of course,
We've done enough.
You are a powerful wizard.
Yes.
Help this village overcome their grief. Help in any way you can. Children died because of this.
Yes.
And if there's anything you can do, just promise me as your chaotic neutral force that you will chaotically neutrally help this town.
Really is more the brothers' purview, but all right.
Thank you.
I believe our balance sheet is even now.
It is.
Good. Now, if you would kindly extricate yourself from my domicile, I have work to do.
One more.
Moto, I think we got the map, Moto. We have the
We
map.
have to go.
I have
Moto,
requests.
if he does one more thing, we're gonna be late. We're gonna lose. You're gonna get eliminated.
I want to go hunt with you sometime.
And he runs out the door.
He's a lot of fun to hunt with. Okay. I leave.
You exit the building, and they're already in the pyres for the two children. The two sets of parents who are still there are beside themselves with grief. The other families with the children who survived are nowhere to be seen. But as you're exiting, Rebecca Swallowstill approaches your group. Please, you have to help. You have to help me. You have to save my boy. Please.
Was he not released?
No, he still murdered my husband. He's come out of that state. The fugue is lifted, but now he doesn't remember any of it. They're still sending for an executioner.
I am running to the jailhouse sheriff's house immediately.
The sheriff is standing out in front of it. Get some more driftwood, if you would, please. And, what do you need, sir?
I need you to release the boy.
I can't. My hands are tied by the law. He murdered his father.
That was not him. It was the hag controlling him.
Well, then I'm sure that the magister, when you give your testimony, will see mercy and free him.
We can't stay around that long.
Why not?
Because we're
have,
on the world's greatest dungeon.
we have to go.
I don't know what that is.
Wendela,
Oh, it's this great show where people, they race around and they have to overcome all these challenges and you win great prizes. It's really great. You should really watch it.
what was that?
When is your play being performed? I would love to.
Right now.
That's serious. Focus.
What?
He seems
Oh, okay.
very confused.
Where is the, what's the other town that the mom was talking about earlier?
Rollins Crossing is about 5 miles south from Eurydice.
Okay.
The treasure's in the opposite direction.
Wenry.
Oh, God. He went for the treasure.
Wenry, what were you trying to say?
The elder could use his influence as well. He knows who the hag was and her powers.
Wendela, will you-
was?
Be able
Yeah.
to...
He fought her before.
Everything.
He'd fought her and been defeated by her before in his youth.
Stay here a minute. He heads over to Redis's house and kicks in the door.
Oh, great. Oh, what did I say?
Wendela.
Slams shut.
Is there a flash?
There is a
Oh.
flash.
No!
Oh no!
Okay,
Get the
so
kid. Let's go.
the sheriff's dead.
I'm
Let's get the kid out. And
Gonna go
tell the mother
break
to
the kid out.
Okay, so you go into the jail, and there's no deputies because they were all out searching for the kid. The only one that was here was the sheriff.
I am going to break the kid out.
Okay, do you search for a key, or do you just try to pick the lock on the door?
run. I can pick the lock.
Rebecca is
13
holding your
smash.
hands.
I rolled a natural 20 to just grab the bars and rip the door off of the wall.
And you get
Small child.
that these bars have some sort of magical reinforcement on them. You rip the door clean off the hinges. Rebecca grabs Yorick and bundles him up in a cloak and picks him up and says, "Thank you."
You
Wait.
should leave now.
We're gonna
Wendela, give them the so you want to make a homunculus book just in case they need evidence.
What?
No one can read it.
What is it? What language was it?
It was in
Sylvan.
Sylvan.
They can find someone who speaks Sylvan.
There's the Mafara, the druid. She speaks Sylvan.
Just give this to the mother, and if anyone questions the boy or anything, you tell them to use this as evidence of the hag's plot with the children.
Wendela is very, very conflicted.
When he pulls out the human skin buck and says, "I'll give you this instead."
Humans, what is that word? That doesn't show the plot of the hag.
No, he's just talking to give it to Wendela.
Yeah.
That's how you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll give it to Wendell if she gives up that book.
Oh God, decisions. Oh no!
He
Oh
says
no!
it's her human skin bound grimoire. I was gonna translate it myself.
Fine. And she pulls out the homunculus book and rips the one out of his hand. Okay, where did Moto go?
He went.
He's gone.
He had the map. Shit.
Rebecca and Yorick exit the building. They thank you.
You should
They
leave.
Take off running.
Yeah.
don't go to the elder's house.
Poor sheriff.
As
The
you are
sheriff is
about to
dead.
leave the jail, everybody go ahead and give me an intelligence test.
Oh boy.
Yay.
Except Moto. Sorry, Moto, you're not
Intelligence
there.
test?
I got a 15.
15.
15.
15.
12.
12.
Nine.
9.
What?
We're going to go ahead and say, Wenry, you remember that there was a mention that the sheriff kept a wand of detect magic in his top desk drawer.
Oh, Wenner grabs it.
Okay, yeah, it's there. You are able to quickly and easily discern which one it is, and you now have a wand of detect magic.
It's mine. It's mine now.
It's fine. I can do that anyways.
Sweet. Well, I rely on tools, Wendela.
So, Moto,
Me too, when I pull up my books.
you're a good distance away from the village before you realize that nobody's behind you.
He keeps going because he's like, he'll get the treasure, he'll get the key because we're in a time crunch, and he'll hustle it back. And he is full on sprinting. At which
Okay.
point, he is actually going to cast his last remaining spell, which is the Zephyr Strike, which increases his movement for the next. Well, no, it only lasts for a minute, so I'll hold off later on
Okay.
on that when I get back.
It takes Moto roughly 3 hours to get where he's going.
Oh, Jesus.
And he is going full bore the entire time. You spot some creatures out in the woods that you could probably, take a little side diversion to go hunt, but no, you are on mission.
Yes.
Gotta get this done. Meanwhile, everybody else, what are you going to do after you exit the jail?
Try and follow Moto.
Yeah, follow Moto.
So you try to pick up his
might-
trail.
Run into some dangers, so that's wise.
Winry's gonna go and pick some apples.
Okay.
There's nothing else to do. Moto's on his way there. Moto will get it. At this point, he's gonna stand on Bastion's shoulders and pick some apples.
Okay. So yeah, you go over to the orchard. There's bees buzzing around now. The apples look perfectly fine. And tentatively biting into one, you can confirm that they are very tasty.
Winry picks 3 dozen apples and is going to ask our chef to make apple pie next time.
Oh, that's very nice.
Ooh.
Wendell's going to fix her nets with mending.
Okay. So
It's
as you all
salty.
kind of have a little picnic,
I'm gonna try and follow Moto's trail just in case.
okay, give me a survival test to try to pick up his trail.
20.
You're able to find it.
I'm going with him.
Okay, the two of you head on. Wendella, what are you doing?
Picnic. We're short. We have short legs, Wendella. We can't move that fast.
We can't. Yeah, I'll stay with Winry.
Okay.
And I'll be sorting through all the new books I got.
Okay. So, Moto, like I said, 3 hours. You get to the spot where the treasure's supposed to be. Do you have a shovel?
I do have claws.
Okay.
I have kits. I've got a tinker rock. Nope, I got a sickle. So yeah.
Definitely not a shovel.
You
So you're
got
able
claws.
You're
I got
gonna
claws.
start to dig at the ground, and you are just tearing it to shreds.
Oh yeah.
It takes another maybe 20 minutes, but you finally get to the chest and are able to pull it out of the hole. It has a lock on it, but the lock looks rusted, and a quick pull, it breaks off.
He grabs it and just starts just running back as fast as he can. And his thought is, he went ahead and got it. The whole group should meet him halfway, and then we could go.
Okay.
So, but when he realizes it runs into the group and still missing 2, he's actually quite upset. He's like,
Where is everyone? Why aren't they
Well,
here?
Let's see if you do run into the other 2. Dicerius and 13. You're continuing to follow the trail. Go ahead and give me another survival test.
Oh
Make
no.
sure you keep on it.
18.
Okay. Yep. You're able
16.
to continue following. And one more.
25.
And I got 4. Good things Dicerius is here.
You're having a brief argument where 13, you think the trail kind of veers off in this direction, and Dicerius is like, no, it goes this way. And as you're having this conversation, Moto, with the lizard folk equivalent of sweat pouring off him, carrying a large wooden dirt-covered chest, bursts through some underbrush and almost plows over 13.
Ugh.
Good, you're
Moto,
here.
what are you doing?
I want to get your chest so we can get out of here. Wait a minute. Where's Wendula? Wenry? Where are they?
They're back
in
having
the
a picnic.
town.
Why are they not here with you? We have to go. We're going to lose the race.
Moto, calm down. You realize that if any one of the team members touches the key, we're all teleported back, right?
No, we all have to be in the same area.
No,
How do you know?
it's just it only requires one of us.
He breaks it, breaks the lock, opens it up, looks for a key, and grabs it to test the theory.
There are 2 objects inside the chest. The first is, in fact, a glowing, ornate, silverish key. The other is another one of those primordial boxes.
That's interesting. I
Grab
grabbed the
them
other
both.
primordial.
Grab them both.
I grabbed the other primordial box and then I pull out the other one that I have.
So as you reach in, actually, I believe Wendla has the other primordial box.
Oh,
But you grab that one just as Moto grabs the key, and everything goes white. Meanwhile, back at the apple orchard, Wendla, you are in mid-translation, and you're trying to figure out the cipher of the Hag's grimoire. Wenry, you're getting a little bit of a stomach ache from all those apples. But
Something
all
you
of a sudden,
do.
everything goes white, and you find yourself once more in the entrance to the rest stop with that pillar. One key firmly affixed in the pedestal. There is now a keyhole in the center. Moto, you are holding onto the key, which is shrunk down to fit the keyhole.
you got this.
No, you
Moto.
did it.
Oh, Moto must have grabbed the key as soon as you got to the box, huh?
Oh, thank God.
I take the other cube that I have and I toss it at Wendla.
I tried to catch it.
Hey, I found
you
this.
do.
Sorry, I know better rules now.
That's okay. That's why you have me.
I got you an apple.
Moto, you think this cost you probably about an
It's a
hour?
carnivore.
Yeah. Yeah, Moto's very disappointed in himself right now, which he won't show it until later.
Well, put the key in. We're going to be late.
He puts it in, yeah.
All right, and the pedestal again drops down into the floor and then raises back up with 5 vials of purplish fluid.
Shoot
Down
it.
it.
Drink it.
Ugh.
So everybody drinks it, and then doors slowly slide open. And on the other side, you see Priscilla. Her hair is kind of this giant frizzy mess, and she has her makeup has been running. She's definitely been crying, and she is clapping as you step through into the rest stop. Oh my gosh, you did magnificent! Do you realize how well you did?
Hello, Umbrella.
What?
How well did we do? Oh, wait, I got you an
How
apple.
do we do?
Thank you. I'm famished. I believe 3rd place, if I'm not mistaken.
3rd? Nice.
Third place, that's pretty great.
There's only 2 other teams here right now. They usually, anybody who's in the bottom half, they don't let them out right away. They let everybody kind of linger, and then everybody comes out together, which is what happened last time. But now, you look around and you spot quickly the red team and the black team. Both kind of
Not the gold team. Yes.
Both kind of chilling at the tavern. I am.
Viserys goes over and grabs a drink from the bar.
I go up to the black team.
The
I ignore
4
Priscilla.
silent brothers. Sorry, what was that?
I ignore Priscilla, just go to the black team.
The 4 silent brothers block your way from getting to the rage. All of them have their hoods up. You cannot see their faces.
I pull out a piece of paper and a writing utensil,
Okay.
and I scribble something down, and I hand it to one of the silent brothers. Give
They
this to the rage.
Don't take it.
Fold it into a paper airplane and throw it over their heads.
I want to look past them, and
He's just sitting there drinking.
what does he look like?
Human. Very, very pale with very sharp tattoos all over everything you can see, which isn't much. He has black plate armor and a black cape. He has a greatsword leaning against the wall next to him.
Okay. I'm going to crumple up the piece of paper into a ball, and I'm going to throw it over all 4 of them. And I'm going to summon my echo on the other side of them, 15 feet away, and then have my echo catch it, switch places, and then slap that piece of paper down on the table.
He kind of looks at you, growls.
I just want you to read this. And then I swap places again, and I walk back to Priscilla.
Okay, Priscilla's like, what the fuck are you doing? That was the stupidest thing you could have done.
I'll send you what it says later, Ryan.
Okay, do not ally with the black team. I cannot stress this enough. They are not to be trusted. Come, we should see what your new accommodations are this time.
Dicerius comes back with drinks for everybody, including Priscilla.
Oh, thank you.
Moto's not there.
And where'd Moto go?
Moto left and went to the market.
Okay.
I got
tattoo.
Photos drink.
Who's the tiefling that I talked to help me learn about bows the last time? Isn't he on the red team?
Tiefling that taught you about
Vakri.
bows, you said?
Vakri.
Not a tiefling. Kalishtar. So. Yep.
He's on the red team, right?
They're on the red team.
Yeah.
Kind of up in the bar area.
Okay. Wenry says, I'll come to the new house later. I'm gonna go talk to Vakri.
Okay. And the other 3 gonna go check out the bungalow?
Sure.
Why don't we get to keep the same house?
Because they have to show off different design. Just come on. It's gonna be cool.
Priscilla, I do not like change.
It's okay. Here, 13, drink this. We got it. We made it. Hooray!
I take it. I chug it. I walk with.
Arrives. The brown team steps out from one of the portals.
The serious way.
Yeah, you did good.
That's
I
the
give
one
them
with
all a nod.
2 gnomes, the 2 tieflings, and the Goliath.
Yes. All right. So as Moto heads to the market, Wenry heads to talk to Vakri, and Priscilla tries to wrangle the remaining 3 team members back to their new digs. We're going to go ahead and take a break.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Stick around. We've got fun rest stop shenanigans to go forward from here. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to jump into a little side thing here for just a moment before we get back to the rest stop and the green team to see what they're getting up to. I'm sure it will be hilarious. But we're going to go ahead and do inspiration nominations. So, players, who do you think deserves inspiration from that last round of fighting? Jeff.
Wenry for using the green chip to thorn whip the stone down and land on top of the hag. That was amazing.
Wenry, here is your card.
Yay.
There you go. Any other nominations? Jeff again.
Wenry for putting the thunderstone in the mace and then smacking the stone.
I will give it. That was a moment of awesome there. Ooh, red chip.
Ooh.
13 for pulling the freaking door off the magical cell.
Yeah.
I'm at natural 20.
I'm going to go ahead and give you that. Yep, red chip. There you go, 13.
Wendella for finding the books.
Wendella, red chip for you.
I'd like to nominate Dicerius for always having Wenry's back.
Yeah.
He basically followed every plan that Wenry wanted without
knowing it.
Without knowing it.
Serious? There's one for you.
And I'm going to nominate Moto for going ahead and charging forward and to get the key to try and get it as fast as possible, because we might have came in at a later point.
With all the little side stuff, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Jay, there is your white chip.
Can I get my other red chip from when I broke my blue one?
We
I'm still
will
missing.
take care of that.
And to add on to that, also for Moto playing really well in character with like being the heartless killer of children and not caring about the after emotions or anything because he's a lizard folk. It's like playing very accurately to what a lizard folk is like. That's part of the inspiration.
So, Jay, there's 2 cards on the table for you in roll 20. Well, that is our nominations for today, and thank you very much for bearing with us while we did that. Let's jump back into it.
Also, Ryan, I sent you the message that 13 wrote.
Okay.
In Discord.
In Discord. I don't have Discord up. You want to just tell me what it is?
No.
So we're going to jump in with Moto, since you kind of headed off right away. What were you going to the market for?
Odo needs... So he's got the crossbow cylinder that holds 5. He needs someone to build him a cylinder that holds at least 10.
Okay.
And he needs 2 of them. And now he's looking at maybe some specialty arrows that he can designate to put in the different in like one of the smaller. So if there's magical specialty arrows like flaming arrows, frost arrows, something along, or those type of arrows.
Sure.
Looking for 2 containers of 10 bolts someone could make for him. And then if there's anything I don't think he's going to have enough gold, but he's looking for something that magical to help him shoot better, or like either some armor or something like that. Something that he can put necklace or some other form that will help him shoot better and or protect him a little bit better.
Okay. As you do this, go ahead and give me a investigation test to see if you can find some place that will be able to do this for you.
Investigation, you say?
Yep.
Here we go. Oh, that's not good.
What do we get?
9, it looks like.
Yeah, it takes you a while to find a place that you think might be able to do it. You're kind of going up and down the rows a few times. And you notice this one tent that you can hear what sounds like grinding metal inside. And the sign is a gear. I can't believe you didn't see it before. The name of the shop is Mr. Max's Magnificent Artifacts and Artifices.
Go in, kind of look around, like,
So
when we like this place.
Yeah, Winry would probably love this place. There's all sorts of little gizmos and gadgets and stuff that are, they would be in display cabinets, but most of the display cabinets are cracked and broken. There's piles of junk everywhere. And you can hear grinding coming from a little further in, as well as a repetitive series of tones that you think could be considered music to somebody who was insane. As you get closer, there is a blue-skinned humanoid currently utilizing what looks almost like a dog-like metallic creature as an angle grinder, and sparks are just kind of flying everywhere.
Hello.
They don't seem to hear you.
Hello.
At that, they kind of look up. They got giant goggles with dark glass in them. And oh, hello, welcome. Just a second. And goes over and picks up this little stone that seems to be emitting the sound, and just, sure, please. Turns himself off. How can I help you?
Oh, you look like you are craftsmen. I need craftsmen to build another container for my crossbow. I need to hold it. It kind of shows the crossbow. Take the container. I need a container that holds 10 crossbow bolts at least. I need 2 of them.
I'll need to hold it if you want me to inspect it.
There.
Thank you. Looks it over. It's platinum. Yes. Kel licks it. Where'd you get this?
It's my trophy. An artifice. A craftsman made it.
Wasn't Hector, was it?
He is a hobgoblin.
No, it's Hector.
His
Nobody
name was
left him.
Hector, huh?
Yeah. Well, not anymore. I heard he was dead. You did that? No. All right. I just for that alone, you deserve a discount. He sets the cylinder down. So let me see the crossbow. He did have some good eye for design. Well, here's the bad news. He kind of sets it on the table. I can make you a cylinder that'll hold 10 bolts, no problem. But that's not going to fit this. I'll need to retrofit this. And that's going to take a little time, money, and materials. I need platinum, like a lot of platinum. Tell you what, I'll do the whole thing for 40,000 gold pieces.
40,000?
Yep.
How much for another 5 container?
Oh, I can whip one of these up, no problem. We'll say 2,000 for that.
1,000 for each or all?
2,000 for a cylinder like this. Pink, pink, pink.
Do you know where I will have to go get my money and come back? I didn't bring it out
Of
with me.
course. All right, but if I get another contract in the meantime, I'm going to have to take that one.
That's fine. Where do I get crossbow bolts? Good crossbow bolts.
Well, you can go to Bart's and Mort's. They'll have good stuff there. And then there's Bolts over on the Eastern Way. It's run by, what's her name? Tiffany. Yeah.
Bolts. Okay, I'll look at
Bolts by Tiffany. Yeah.
So you say 2,000, but that's that's not discount. So 1,000?
Oh, right. Your discount. We'll say 1,200. It's a bit of work. I'll need to buy the materials, but it's a pretty good discount.
So you want 20,000 for big container for 10-shot container?
No. You want a 10-shot container? I'll make that for you. There's going to be about 5 with a discount. We'll call it 3, but it's not going to fit.
Well,
Things are designed to fit together.
Can't you just make it bigger on the bottom?
It would take some work. Maybe I could make it fit, but it would take some work and time. More time than I think you have.
I like how this guy's very clearly played by Hank Azaria.
Thank you. Your name again?
I'm Mr. Max.
Max. Thank you, Mr. Max. I will keep you in my friend, teammate. I think he would like you.
Oh, all right. No, bring by.
All right, so Moto leaves disappointed even more that he's just going to be more expensive, so he's waiting. He's got to figure out if he's going to have money or not.
All right. Dempsey. So you are approaching the red team who's all drinking together in the bar. And 2 of the team members kind of step in your way before you can get to Vakri. It's a rock gnome monk and a sea elf fighter.
Okay.
Where do you think you're going? Says
Wenry tiptoes to look over the gnome and says, "Hey, Vakri."
Vakri kind of looks up. He's fine. Let him through. And they'll kind of give Vakri a look, then part ways and give a little space to the 2 of you.
Wenry holds out a hand to Vakri and says, "Congrats on being in the top 3."
And to you as well.
Yeah. Do you want to meet me in the workshop? I have something I want to show you, and maybe you can help me identify it.
You don't want to have a drink first?
I'd rather get back to work.
Are rather insistent. It is apparently customary.
I'd rather get back to work, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Well, come with me.
Vakri kind of hops off the stool and follows you to the workshops.
How very persuasive.
They didn't want to be there.
All artificers are the same. They'd rather be working than drinking. That's why Wenry only drinks milk. Wenry...
Thyseris catches up. What, Wenry, here's your milk.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, bye.
He puts it on the table and then walks away from it. And he takes Zachary to the workshop, and he pulls out the 3 gems that he still has, the one thunderstone he still has, and the 2, the orange and the brown gem.
Interesting.
He says, I already know what this one does. This one is basically Thunderwave, but in a crystal.
Ah, Thunderstone, yes. I've heard of that.
Yeah, well, I used it, I jammed it into my, and he pulls out his mace. I jammed it into my mace and did some combo damage with some force and fire.
Is still intact?
Yeah, look!
It ticks a little as you spin the gear. You definitely are going to have to take a little bit of time to get it back to proper working order. But
take no time.
It works.
It'll take no time.
Get something with it.
Yeah. It works as a mace.
Yes. They kind of go over to the other 2 and look to you for permission before handling them.
As long as you don't use them, you may touch them.
They nod.
I also don't think the showrunners would be happy if we used them in the rest stop.
I think you might be wrong on that count. They would delight in the chaos.
What are they?
I know what these are.
Okay. What are they?
May I ask where you got them?
I got them off of a hag.
Interesting. They set them back down on the bench. They are summoning gems.
Oh.
They will bring forth, if I'm not mistaken, elemental spirits.
Oh, wow. Will I be able to control them if I use them?
You would be the summoner. So
Okay.
Yes, I believe so.
Cool. I didn't study summoning these sort of crystals. So
It is a bit out of the artifice realm, isn't it?
Mhm. Yes, a little bit. What happened with
designs do you have for them?
I'm not quite sure yet. I think that maybe if I launch them at a greater distance, I could probably get them at a further place than where I could throw them.
A catapult spell, perhaps?
Oh, I love the catapult spell. That's how we won our first episode.
Is it?
Yes, I catapulted the key towards me,
Yes,
away from the other
You
team.
mentioned that the key was rudely yanked from them. Well done. I'm sure that it does not need any embellishment then.
No. What happened on your episode?
Oh, it was a bit of a cakewalk, really. We found ourselves in a forest. Actually, we also encountered a hag.
Interesting.
Yes, a green hag.
Annis Hag.
Oh, that's a bit stronger, but we also had to fight a dragon.
I pulled a rock, I think. I pulled over a rock with a spell.
That's impressive. Telekinesis.
Thornwhip.
You pulled over a rock? How big was the rock?
Twice your height.
Well done.
Sweet. Well, thank you for helping me identify these. I also, for your helping me, I'm gonna give you this. And he pulls out the whistle.
Oh, what is this?
Well, the hag used it to call the homunculi, and I don't have a use for it. So you can have it as a thanks.
That is very kind of you. You sure you do not want to sell it?
Why would I sell it?
For money?
Well, I don't need money.
Don't?
No.
But do your teammates?
Probably, but they get their own money from the show.
Fair enough. I appreciate this gesture, Mr. Cockwell. This is very kind. More so than I was led to expect from your team.
Well, I mean,
away in a pocket.
Well, given the history of our sponsors, I think you were expecting a lot worse.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
Well, you're the one that mentioned it to me last time.
Ah, should probably not have done that.
Well, I didn't even know about it, so don't worry.
Now everyone does. Scandal. I should make sure that my teammates are not destroying things. If you do not need me any further.
Yeah. Have a good day.
You as well. And they head out the door.
Winner goes to the bungalow.
Okay. So, Dicerius, Wendela, and 13. You follow Priscilla with a brief detour to give Wenry his glasses.
Just because we were walking past him.
Yeah. You reach the stairs, and Priscilla just kind of barrels forward down into the darkness. You follow?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So as you get through the darkness and bright light kind of fills the space that you're in, it takes a moment for your eyes to adjust, but you find yourself in a forest by a large lake. There's nothing that you can see aside from trees all the way around the lake, but then a small cabin that has its own little stream and water wheel kind of churning away, leading down into the water of the lake, is just off to your right along the shore. The large wraparound porch that looks out over it. You can see a boat tethered off to a dock down on what looks to be a little sandy beach. It is a beautiful day. There's birds chirping, and if it weren't for the presence of the stone stairs leading up into the rest stop, you could swear that you were on the material plane in a cabin, or at a cabin by a lake.
Cool.
Off in the distance, a fish jumps.
But I can get a lot of reading done here.
Follow Priscilla to the cabin.
Oh, come. Let's see what's inside. Yes?
Have you been here already? Or is this your first time?
My first time. We don't get to see these until you do.
I'm sorry.
No,
Priscilla, what happened to the team that you managed last time?
they won.
Oh,
Yes, they won. They were the last surviving members, and they defeated the red team in the finale. So that was surprising. Nobody expected them to win.
13, don't you remember we watched that episode? We watched it at that bar on top of the inn. Remember how it's down the red alley next to the place where you got those really great boots?
no, you watched it. I was watching everyone else in the tavern because we had a hit out for our heads.
Oh yeah. It was really a great episode. You missed it. It was fabulous.
It really was quite a finale. No two finales are ever the same, but
Sounds like you're always leading the underdog team.
well, no fault of my own, I'm afraid. Regardless, welcome to your new home for at least the next 24 hours.
Does it have a hot tub?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go through.
Dicerius runs ahead.
There is no hot tub in this one.
No.
Just a little bit by the tree line, kind of halfway between the cabin and the beach, there is a wooden shed that you quickly discover is a sauna.
I'm okay with this. I strip.
Armor clanks the grass as 13
Down to my loins.
enters the sauna, still filthy with dirt and muck and grime.
I'm gonna take a short rest here because I took lots of damage.
There's some spruce branches and stuff that you can whap yourself with.
Come on, let's look at the inside.
That sounds like a good plan, Dicerius.
It's rustic but comfortable. There's sort of an open concept common room, kitchen, dining area, sitting chamber, and then upstairs are all the bedrooms.
I
gonna
like
find the room.
last place better.
I'm gonna find the room that has like the biggest, floofiest grandma quilts.
In fact, pretty much all of them have those big floopy grandma quilts. And again, all the beds are initially sized for Dicerius.
Oh, I guess they're all my room.
Wenry, you arrive at the lake house.
Yeah, sure. So Wenry he will go inside, and he will pick a room, and he will change into swim trunks, into his like swimming gear, which is like a full, like it's like a one piece.
Yep.
So he's got like the shirt and like the shorts that are like striped blue, and he goes for a swim in the lake.
Okay.
Dicerius does the same thing, except he doesn't know what swimming clothes are, so he just runs out buck naked and jumps in the lake with Wenry.
There's a dock that kind of leads out into the lake a little bit that you can jump off of.
Yeah.
Wenry tells Dicerius to get up onto the dock, and then he says, "Okay, now throw me."
Okay, now what?
Throw me. Do it. Up. Throw me up.
Throws him.
Wenry does the biggest cannonball that a halfling can do.
Okay. You get quite a splash. The water is just the right temperature. There are some bugs kind of buzzing around, but they don't seem to bother you at all. Everything is very serene and peaceful.
Dicerius runs to the end of the dock and he jumps off when he lands in, and then when he stands up, it only comes to like to his waist.
Yeah, it's not terribly deep enough for you there, but as you get a little bit further out, you're kind of testing the limits a little bit, and you do eventually leave the bottom of the lake and are kind of swimming. But you look back, you're about 100 feet out.
Wow. How big is the lake across?
It looks to be about a mile or two.
Wow. Are there mountains around, or is it just a flat?
Just flat, blue sky as far as you can see over the treetops.
Okay. Swim back.
Okay.
I'm guessing there's at least one hammock.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Wendela has found just the perfect hammock for reading.
Wenry will challenge Dicerius to a rock skipping contest.
Okay.
Challenge accepted.
From the dock or the shore?
From the shore, obviously.
Okay.
Dicerius has also never skipped a rock before, so they just plunk.
Wenry will gently teach him before the contest begins.
Priscilla has left to her duties. Moto, you're still back in the market. You were able to find a vendor that would sell you elemental bolts and other fun stuff. In fact, Bolts was able to outfit you. What were you looking for?
Probably some fire bolts or ice bolts, 5 of them.
Okay. With them being a little bit more supercharged and special, you can either get lesser or greater. Lesser ones will cost you, we're going to say 50 game pieces each. And they don't add damage, they just change the type of damage.
Okay.
The greater ones will add an additional 1d6 of that particular element onto it, and they cost you 100 each.
100 each?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take 5 of the lesser,
Okay.
and then 2 of the greater, with the understanding that I'll probably be back for more.
All right, which elements are they?
So the lesser, we're going to do cold, and the greater, is there force?
Yes.
I will do force.
All right. 2 force bolts and 5. Sorry, you said cold?
5 cold. Frost.
Lesser cold bolts.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, let me take that back. Instead of cold, what are the elements? There's fire, cold, force,
Lightning, thunder, acid,
Necrotic,
radiant.
psychic.
radiant.
Okay.
I want 5 lesser radiant bolt.
Tiffany calls them the shimmer bolts.
Shimmer bolts. The only other thing is I ask her if is there anything, pieces of things to help me shoot better.
She shows you a sight that you could possibly get Wenry to mount onto your device, but it does cost 500 game pieces.
Is this a better sight than the one that I already made for him?
What does your current sight give him as +1?
The current sight extends his range.
Right. So yeah, that one's essentially a scope.
Yeah. So
This one is a short range sight that will add +1 to your attack, but not damage.
Okay. I'm probably not interested in that, but I'm looking for any magical bracers or anything else like that.
Bracers of archery.
Bolts.
Unfortunately, Tiffany does not have anything that will accommodate what you're looking for.
That's fine. I appreciate what she's got so far, and since I have that much coin with me, I pay her, and I'm like, she's like, once I get paid, I will come back to get more.
Okay, awesome. We look forward to seeing you back.
Good stuff.
Good luck.
Oh, does she have any unbreakable arrows?
Not in stock currently, but she can get them.
Order me some 2,
or order me 3.
That's going to be 100 gold down payment.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Okay. So do you head down to the bungalow?
I do.
All right. So you reach the bottom of the steps, and there's kind of a soft grass and pine needle bed that meets your feet. You see a naked Dicerius and not naked Wenry skipping stones or attempting to skip stones on the beach. Nearby, Wendella has found a hammock and is... What are you reading in the hammock?
I think I've actually... I changed my mind a little bit. I've pulled out those 2 primordial cubes.
Mm-hmm.
And I am meticulously noting down the sides, like all 6 sides, and kind of comparing and contrasting and
Making
just
notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Copious
see
notes.
copious notes to see similarities, differences, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. And then, as if on cue, 13, you've been sitting in the sauna for about an hour at this point.
Okay, I'm healing.
You're just going to keep sitting in there?
After an hour, I'm going to get out.
Okay. So the door swings open and you see 13 also naked. No, you were in your loincloth.
Yep.
Okay, your underclothes. You step out onto the beach, the cool air kind of causing your skin to go goose flesh for a moment. Moto, what would you like to do?
Moto's gonna kind of look at... He needs a good night rest because damaged a little bit. He'll soak in the tub for a little bit.
There is no tub.
Oh, there's no tub. That's right. He looks for the tub and he's like...
There's a lake and a sauna.
He goes to the sauna, spends some time in the sauna, and then dinner in bed or whatever lounge, and just kind of... Oh, is Priscilla around?
No, but you can summon her by saying her name.
Looks around.
Priscilla,
Bing. Yes?
we did good today, did we not?
Yes, of course. I said as much.
Yes. Sorry I had to take care of business first. But
All right.
sponsors like us, we got thirds, and they like that, right?
We believe you got third. We'll see what the standings are when I get the official statements and notes from the producers.
But we did better than last time.
So much better, Moto.
So that should please sponsors.
Yes, we're hoping so.
I'm hoping we can influence sponsors to help us, because my crossbow doesn't hold many. I need to get new chambers. And I went, and they're
Oh.
too expensive.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure if you put it out into the universe, somebody will
I
help you
need-
out.
Containers that hold 10 at least, so I can shoot lot instead of having to recharge.
Oh
if you
no,
want-
that sounds just like terrible and a burden to
It
not
is,
have
because
that thing.
I was
If
getting
only
attacked.
somebody would help you.
I was getting attacked and I had to change out, and I got hit. If I had more, I would not get hit.
Yes, that sounds like something that your viewers and fans can probably help with.
That would be awesome. I will make
He gives you a
special
wink.
smile. Thank you.
Sirius says, Priscilla!
And she actually blinks out of existence by Moto and pops up on the beach. And Dysarius, okay, Dysarius.
Come swimming with us. It's time for swimming.
I have work to do, sweetie. I'm sorry.
When you have time for swimming?
Once you win the game, okay?
But we won today.
You won today, but there's tomorrow.
Okay. You don't have time for fun at all?
This is fun for me. And she's kind of like looking down. This is lots of fun for me.
Wenry will teach you how to skip rocks.
Maybe Wenry can also teach you about.
He already
bathing
did.
suits.
He what?
About bathing suits.
What's that?
It's the thing that's going to prevent them from having to censor this.
Why put on a suit when
On
you bathe?
Scryervision, he's just a giant blurry blob.
Heard of them.
Not Moto, Dysarius, some people at home don't want to see dangly bits.
Dangly
It's really
bits.
the summer.
Like moss?
Wenry points down.
Like grass? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Some people have a problem with grass.
Wenry has in his arms a large flat rock that's about 5 pounds. And he says, Priscilla, watch this. And he places it on the ground and he uses catapult to catapult it straight across the water. He has one spell slot left and this is what he's using it for. He catapults it across the water to skip the rock all the way across to the other side of the lake.
So it skips across the surface of the water and out of sight. And then about 10 seconds later, you see one of the trees on the other side of the lake shake and tip back.
I'm gonna.
Do that more in the game. Okay?
Well, I don't know if there's going to be big flat rocks and large lakes in the game.
We can
Otherwise-
hope.
Well, we can hope,
Kind of
but
ruffles
otherwise,
your hair.
I don't like that. And he.
Oh, sorry. Very roughly. Anyways,
While right after all of that happens, I'm just gonna lean over a balcony or something.
each of
And
the rooms has a balcony that is somehow overlooking the lake. It defies all logic because they're on different sides of the hallway. Several of them should be facing the woods, but they all come out to the lake.
okay, so I'm gonna lean over and I'm going to yell down, Dysarius, what did we talk about? If you don't hide the worm, fishes will bite.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
After the tree falls down, I'll just, Priscilla?
Ding. Oh, Miss Jam Jar. Yes, how can I help you?
And I show her the primordial cubes.
Yes.
Are these normal in the game?
Never seen anything like them before.
We found them on both of the first 2 tasks.
Then it's probably important. What are they?
I have no idea yet. I think... did I cast Identify last time? I don't remember if I did or not.
I don't think you did.
I'm working on it.
Okay. Well, you keep at it.
Actually, after she leaves, I will do cast Identify.
Priscilla,
Bing. Yes.
did you arrange those meetings?
Actually appears on the railing, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh god, jumps down. Okay, that was dangerous. It's more of an art than a science.
Did you arrange the meeting with the pink team?
I've delivered your message to their liaison, who will bring it to their attention, and if they want to meet, they will send word through me.
What about the a message to the pirates and
What
bounty hunters, the mercenaries?
Which message would that be?
The one where I said that if they want to see us become more victorious, to support us more.
That has been delivered.
Okay.
We'll see what we hear back. It's again more of an art than a science.
Thank you.
Did you need anything else?
No, thank you, Chinchilla. Be gone.
Bing. All right. You're enjoying a pleasant day by the lake.
Has everyone called Priscilla? Anyone else need Priscilla?
Wender's the only one who hasn't, and he will not. He's going to respect her time.
Hey, I had a legitimate question that wasn't being a dick about it.
He's going to respect that she looked very woozy after that last teleportation.
Well, she almost,
Dicerius eventually wants to eat and then go back to the bar.
okay. Fully stocked kitchen. You find some good food. Do you get redressed?
Yeah.
Okay. You pull your clothing back on.
Wenry will eat his body weight 2 times over in food from the kitchen, and then he'll go to the workshop to fix his mace, and that's how he's gonna end the day, essentially.
All right. Moto, you're in the sauna, and about 30 minutes pass. You've rested a bit. How would you like to proceed?
Get out of the sauna. You know, what time of day is it again?
It's tough to tell. There's no sun in the sky. It's just perpetual daylight in here.
Go down to the lake and relax in the lake a little bit.
The lake drops off about 200 feet out into a deep, deep, dark pool. Do you explore?
Not as much as he wants to.
Okay. You don't find a bottom.
I just don't want to get eaten by something that's living down there.
Yes, this is our lakeside cabin property. It comes with its own kraken.
or hockey masked humanoid zombie.
Yes.
No, that I just go back and then eat.
So people are eating in the common room.
Did anything come of the identify?
No. You've been able to identify them somewhat from the notes that the cult left behind. They're what's something called a Griddian key, but the identify spell comes up with nothing.
Do any of the sides have any legible things on them?
I mean, they're covered in primordial runes, but they are also semi-mechanical in nature, where you can like turn aside and then flip this and tuck that in there, and kind of almost like a puzzle box of sorts.
Oh, I will be doing that then.
Okay.
Turning stuff, pushing buttons.
Are you?
Oh no!
Do you go back inside and like are like still messing with the cube while Wenry's still there?
Mm-hmm.
He says, I don't think I can do so now. The stones only work if they're on the same plane, but I think I can ask Elder Redis if he knows anything about the cube. It was in his chest.
That'd probably be good.
Yeah, that's why I gave him the rock, so we can ask him questions.
I like it. It can't work at all when you're not in the same plane?
No, I haven't been able to get it to do transplanar communication.
That seems like a serious technical limitation there, Wenry.
Well, it has to do with the fact that it's in a completely different dimension. And essentially what I'd have to be doing is create a mini gate both times, which requires a lot of magic, and I don't know how to do that yet.
Wonder if this Grimoire could...
Grimoire.
I can't say it. It's fine. That word can help.
Grimoire.
The Grimoire?
Yep.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if a hag would be interested in transplanar communication between sending stones.
I'll look.
Right. Wenry starts to shovel food into his bag of holding. He slings it over his shoulder, and he grabs Bastion's hand and says, "Well, I'm going to be in the workshop. That's where I'll be if you need me. I got to go fix my mace. It got dented in the explosion."
As you're leaving by the front door, the sky has turned from blue to purple, and fireflies have kind of started to pop out around
Like
you.
sunset purple.
Yeah.
What time is it?
Sunset.
Again, impossible to tell.
Wenry looks very longingly at the lake. He wants to stay, but he needs to fix his mace before the next episode. So he leaves.
I'm going to shower, bathe, whatever, get dressed in some like decent clothes, still keep my armor on, obviously, and then I'm gonna head to the market.
So you have like fancy clothes on, but then your armor over the top of it,
Yes.
completely making the fancy clothes pointless.
I have no idea what fashion is.
This is fashion.
Viserys is going to the bar.
Viserys goes to the bar. Wenry goes to the workshop. 13 goes to the market. Wendell is gonna spend the night reading, or
Reading and playing with the cubes.
okay. And what's Moto gonna do?
At this point, I think he's just gonna rest. He'll ponder the process of the lessons we learned about just grab the key and that sends us. Yeah, not really much. Just tinkering with the trying to figure out how he needs money, so he needs to better himself. So he just nothing much. Gonna chill, relax, and it was a good day. Maybe draw a sketch of another tattoo.
All right. So you and Wendell kind of hang out in the common room?
Yep.
Both working on your own projects, just quiet as a fire crackles in the hearth. Wenry, do you do the public workshop or a private one?
The public workshop. He likes to make friends.
Okay.
He's already made one.
So
Maybe.
you are the first up the stairs. Dysarius will follow soon after that, and then 13. And the
Viserys and will wait until 13. They'll probably go together.
You're trying to go with me?
No, but they'll probably leave together and then split off.
Okay.
The rest up is a flurry of activity. The rest of the team seem to have arrived back, and everybody's kind of going about their business. You also note that there is a number of strange, luminous beings walking around. They look like humans who have been dipped in gold. They're not wearing much in the way of clothing, basically just a sheet of cloth tastefully draped over themselves. Both male and female pairs kind of walking around. One always holding a platter with scrolls on it, also sealed with little gold bands, and one handing them to every person they see. As you're about to get to the workshop, a pair of them intercept you and wordlessly, smiling very widely, hand you a little scroll.
Wenry says, "Thank you very much."
They nod and move on.
As I get into the workshop and set my mace down on the table, I open the scroll.
The scroll is an invitation. If you have this on you, you will be able to enter the gold team's bungalow. They're hosting a party tonight.
Wenry tucks it into his overall pocket and says, "I really hope Dysarius and 13 don't get one of these."
So Dysarius and 13, you, 13, you finally are ready. You got your hair done just right, and you're about to leave, and Dysarius is there with you.
13 or Dicerius is still with me.
Yep, he's walking out the door with you.
Dicerius,
What?
we can walk to the market together, but once we get to the market, we must part ways.
Yeah, I know, because I'm gonna go get a drink at the tavern.
Okay, very good.
So
Why? What sneaky thing are you gonna do?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
At the top of the stairs, as you cross the sort of sand and grass covered ground over a little tiny bridge across the creek, you get to the stairs, and when you get up to the top, you note the same thing that Winry did. The pairs of scantily clad, gold-painted humans walking around, and a pair of them approach you, and one of them holds out the 2 scrolls for you.
Dicerius takes it.
And the other one is being held out still to 13.
I narrow my eyes and I take it.
Gold bands adorn the scrolls as they nod graciously and walk on.
I open it.
It is an invitation to a party the gold team is throwing at their bungalow tonight.
I toss it on the ground and I step on it, rub it into the ground underneath my foot.
What does this say?
It's an invitation to the gold team's bungalow for a party. The one that has the master in it.
Dicerius goes real quiet.
Mm-hmm. Well, enjoy your drinks.
Okay.
So, Dicerius, you get to the tavern and nobody's there.
Is there a bartender?
There is still a bartender.
So there is someone there, and
Right.
Dicerius will have a great chat with a bartender.
Dicerius bellies up to the bar. The bartender was talking with 2 servers who they all look very bored. But the bartender comes over and, what can I get you?
I want 5 dwarven ales, 2 gnomish bourbons, and one of those weird things that I saw that tiefling drinking that had the smoke and the steam coming out of it. I don't know what that was, but it looked great.
You got it, champ. I remember you from last time. You had a big order then, too. We'll keep it flowing for you, since you're apparently our only client tonight. Oh, well. We get paid either way.
What's your name? Tell me what you do. What's it like to pour drinks?
I'm Dan, and I'm one of the best barmen in the entire Shield City.
Best barman, what's your best thing you make?
I have a few signature drinks. Have you ever heard of the Red Dragon Surprise?
No, but I've heard of a few people that have gotten them.
Oh, you've heard of my clients then? Yeah, excellent. So yeah, he begins to mix a drink for Dicerius, and over the next, we'll say, 20 minutes or so, he continues to mix specialty drinks and just slide shots and pints and stuff across to Dicerius. Meanwhile,
And we have a great time.
they do. It's a lovely evening. 13, you're at the market.
Yes.
What are you doing at the market?
What time is it?
Time. What does it mean? Do you have keen mind?
No.
Then, unfortunately, you have no idea. The rest stop has sort of a dome overhead that looks to be translucent glass, and you can see sort of a void of stars beyond it, and it's always there, and it's always the same, but it's always bright and well lit in here, though there's no discernible light sources.
You can ask Priscilla how many hours it is until we have to be somewhere.
Well, I am going to head to the blacksmith's.
Okay.
And I am going to wait outside.
This has to do with the message
Yes.
you sent earlier then. So as you are waiting there, kind of just leaning up against the post by the blacksmith there, there's nobody around anymore. You don't see anybody.
I'm going to sit on the ground and just keep waiting.
All right. So as 13 waits by the blacksmith, And Dicerius consumes drink after drink after drink.
And engages in weird bar games with the
Yes.
with staff.
And Wenry fixes his mace. And Wendela and Moto kind of work on their projects back at the cabin.
I'm also cataloging all those books that I got from the Hags.
Of course. All right. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in with us tonight. We went a little bit longer than we usually do. My apologies. But things were kind of on a fun roll there. So we'll come back. Sadly, we will be gone next week. We'll be taking a week off because next week, Jay, do you want to give your announcement there?
So next week, on Wednesday the 26th of August through Sunday the 30th of August, there is Jasper's Game Day online charity event, which several celebrities and guest GMs will be on their channel streaming games all week. So we've got multiple games on each day. They're going to be streamed, and it is on the I forgot the Twitch channel. It's not Miniature Domain Terrain this time. It's a different different one, which I can't.
We'll post that up in our social media.
And if you go to Jasper's Game Day, they'll have the information there.
Yes.
But I mean, the celebrities from Kate Welsh. There's Todd Stadwick. There's Satine Phoenix is running a game. You've got Burn Bright with James Hermoso. I cannot remember last name. You've got Forge Academy, which is Stephen the Bad DM is running a game too. Jake Mini Train he's going to be running. So there's a lot of different people. There's 30 some games being streamed in those days. So go check it out. So I have now I can't talk. I have the privilege of playing in several of those games throughout the week.
All right. So check out Jay next week with Jasper's Game Day online. And sadly, that means we will not be able to do Scryervision as he has a game at the same time next week. But it is good for us to all get a little bit of a break, but we will come back refreshed and ready to go. Also, quick plug for anybody out there who wants to send in-character fan mail to the players in the game. We would love to hear from your D&D characters and what they think of the actions of the Green Team over the last couple episodes. So go ahead and send those to scryervision@gmail.com, and we will be delivering those next week in-game.
Not next week.
2 weeks from now. In-game.
Ryan shows up and he's the only one.
Hello. So, unless anybody else has any other announcements or things they would like
follow us on the socials.
Yes, follow us on social, Twitter, and our Facebook group. And we look forward to seeing you. Oh, episode 2 is now up on YouTube with sound effects and music. So that's fun. And episode 3 will hopefully be up by the end of the week. Unless anybody else, any other announcements?
Go Green Team!
Go Green Team!
Hashtag Go Green!
Go Green Team.